Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the WID Podcast.
So what's happening is guys are going out on these oil-filled lease roads and they're meeting up with each
No,
other.
we're not.
I'm sorry, don't give it away.
That's not true.
You delete that shit, please, because you're telling everybody the plan.
A side hustle on County Road 306.
God damn.
Dude, I mean,
Of course
they're
it is.
lonely.
Of course. It's
Them oil workers are lonely. You don't have to be
No,
lonely.
man, but there's
at
plenty of
County
pussy out
Road.
there.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on where you're at. I mean,
There's a bunch of Cuban girls there, Colombian girls.
where?
But what's the ratio
Oh,
to women to men out there?
Oh yeah, well that's if you're drilling in that area. But if you're way out in the middle of fucking, I don't know,
Nowhere.
like let's say
Fuck that.
Mentone.
There's
Let's say you're out in Mentone. Oh
There's
yeah,
girls out there too.
in Mentone.
Yeah, because they got the houses now, and you got people from Houston, girls from Houston, all over the place
That's just
working,
different.
Yeah.
working the man camps and shit.
Yeah, see,
They work
Well,
2
see,
weeks on, 2 weeks off.
back in the day, they didn't have man
No, they
cams.
didn't.
Yeah.
well, see, and now, like I see pictures on like TikTok where literally like there's a crew of women. We're either working for like a slumber J and shit like that.
That's bullshit.
I mean, I don't know what kind of work they're doing. You know what I mean? But I mean, they never seem to have dirty cover-offs.
I'm not trying to talk down on them. That I have seen plenty of women out there in the oil field, but I have never seen a woman do her job on her own. She'll always come and ask for help.
Oh, okay.
She'll talk to the company man. Hey, can they help me with my hoses? Hey, can they help me with my cable? Hey, that's your fucking job. You can't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, they're out there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I gotta go do it. I gotta go help you.
Oh, I
when
got
normally we'll do it on our own.
Yeah.
We'll pull
I've
the
seen a
fucking
couple
cable.
of them. Of course, they're not doing that kind of work. They're hauling oil. Was the ones that I've seen.
I'm talking about the oil haulers too.
Oh, oil haulers.
Yeah, and like they need to put those fucking 3-inch suction holes.
Yeah.
They're light.
Yeah, the girls that I saw, that's what they would do. Of course, there's nobody out there to help them, so they were out there by themselves. But I've never seen that. But I'm sure it happens because it's a fucking.
It probably takes them forever.
Yeah.
And and honestly, like I hear a lot of them just whoever they're talking to on the phone just bitching about.
I need help.
This is a lot of work and
Yeah.
this and that and it's hot and.
I've heard stories of whenever I was on the rigs drilling. I've heard stories. I don't know if it's just a myth, but I've heard that there are some rigs out there that it's all female crews.
Yeah.
You ever heard that before?
No.
In my own personal experience, I never actually worked directly with any females out there. I do remember there was a mud tech when I worked for a bigger company that was buying mud that was already made. There would be like a mud tech that would come out, and it was a female, and she would she would check all the viscosity and the acidity and everything, and make sure all the components were correct. A geologist, she was a woman, and a couple of hot shots. Then there was a safety girl too. But I mean,
Yeah, safety don't count.
yeah.
Even if you're a dude.
Even if you're doing safety don't count. Damn. But I mean, if there is a crew of rig worker women, that's pretty cool. That's cool. I thought that was cool.
No, it is. No, it is cool. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not in that industry out there either, where I'm with the drilling rigs and stuff like that. I work by myself.
Now, what you're saying, it does suck. What you're saying, that means the way you're saying it means you got to stop what you're doing to go help somebody.
They
do
would have
their
replaced
job.
me.
That does, yeah. They would have kicked us out.
They would have replaced me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what do you mean you asking the fucking company for help?
Yeah.
They would have fucking got rid of us.
Yeah.
That's why I got you out
That's
there.
what you're out here for.
To
If I have to do that shit, then why are you here for it?
Yeah.
No, I get that. That's
So
true.
there's another standard there. There's two standards. There's this over here, and then you guys.
You want to make this money, but you want me to make it for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it is, yeah. Fuck.
But then again, I mean, the videos that I've seen and the posts that I've seen, they're in positions where it's either like office work or they're doing paperwork or they're doing like the safety stuff. Which I mean, they're
How did y'all get in? How did we sidetrack this? Because we were actually talking about guys meeting up on lease roads and doing the do.
Oh no, because we were talking about that there's females out there.
Y'all didn't want to talk about
That
it.
part's like Bigfoot.
It's like Bigfoot. Well, I mean, also, yeah, there are girls out there or women out there, but
because
like
that's the ratio.
Yeah, the ratio. What's the ratio? Because I'm sure that's it's got to be tiny.
Yeah.
No, there's women out there.
Yeah, but how many men are out there?
It doesn't matter. There's women out there. Women like to fuck just like men like to fuck.
Yeah, but okay. Let's take that part of it, right? Like, how long does it take before it's your turn?
True.
Like, right? You know, because I mean, how many people are like at these man camps? Not like you stayed at a man camp.
Yeah.
You know, what's the one? It was in Garden City, somewhere around there.
No, I stayed in Midland, Odessa, Pecos.
How big are those man camps?
They're pretty big.
They're pretty big. There's a lot of people there.
That's like El Dorado.
Yeah.
Bigger than Cristobal.
I remember working for a company, and we went to our safety meeting there in Odessa, and it was like a 2 or 3 day meeting, and the tool pusher. This is back in the days. This is back like when Backpage was still a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, not even. It wasn't even back. It was Craigslist. It was Craigslist was the thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so that tool pusher, he used to actually bring women out to location, and he'd walk around like, I'm running all this shit, that type of guy.
Okay.
Well, big old nasty motherfucker too. Like I think I've told the story before. But this guy, like if I had to go down to his trailer for anything, I didn't touch shit and I didn't sit nowhere.
Ew.
Like that nasty.
Yeah.
And his TV was always on porn. Even if we're in there for a safety meeting, he just hits the mute button.
Wouldn't even turn it off.
Wouldn't even turn it off. Yeah.
I've had a couple of those.
So anyway, I remember being at this safety class. It was a safety class, is what it was there in Odessa, and he purposely got us rooms on the outside of the building, like where the rooms weren't on the inside of the main building. Like there was like a breezeway that was on the outside, and he got a hooker. Of course, she's gonna stop at his room first, and then he sent her down to everybody's room. And he told her, he was like, the next 3 or 4 rooms are my guys. Go ahead, go on down to the next.
I got it covered.
Got it covered, yeah. So we get a knock on the door, and I open the door and it's this chick, and she was like, "Would you like some company tonight?" And I'm like, "Wait a second." I was like, "Did you just come from next door?" Yeah.
Go get yourself tested, bitch.
It's all taken care of, and I was like, I'm good. And I looked at the other guy because we were sharing rooms. I was like, "Are you good?" And he was like, "Fuck that! Tell that bitch to walk." And I was like,
my God.
"Bye. Go to the next room." And I heard the door open and close, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess they're gonna get diseases next door." Good job.
You see, and I know there's a lot of girls that post on TikTok and shit like that. The West Texas men cheaters and shit like that. Man, but I'm sure it's got to be. I don't know. I've never came across it. Like they'll talk about this. Oh, don't go to this store. Don't stop at this store because that's where there's girls there. Looking for action, this and that.
Oh, okay.
And there I go, stopping at that store.
Like, where's this at? So I know to stay away from
I was
that.
like, that's bullshit. I've stopped there before.
You're like, this store? This store right here?
The one I'm talking to you at?
This one right here?
And it's just never. I haven't came across it, but but then again, I'm the old school type. Like if I'm single and I want to go get some ass or something, whatever. If I'm gonna cheat, just go to the bar.
Okay.
You're gonna pick something up.
Yeah. One way or another.
Yeah.
It's gonna come around. Keep fucking around.
No, I mean, because I've always heard stories because I've always been around here. Of course, you hear like the SA Crude Fest. Remember? Do they even still have that
I don't
anymore?
think they do that anymore.
Yeah, no more. Well, I remember. I mean, I heard
Crude,
stories.
right? Crude Fest.
Crude Fest.
Yeah, I went to one.
Did you? And it was just like, okay, that's where Prostitute Central happens. It's like everybody from everywhere.
Well, you know what it is now, right? Well, it has been for the longest time. Is the West Texas Oil Show?
Yes. Okay.
They fly in.
Yeah, they fly in.
Yeah.
Well, fly in. We mean hookers. Hookers fly in.
Yeah.
And they raid fucking Midland.
Mm-hmm.
When of course, I mean, you got to think about it. Midland's got a lot of money. There's
Yeah.
a fuck ton of money running through there.
And when they have that oil show, there's even more millionaires that are there. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh no, I couldn't even imagine. Like, of course, I've said it before. With the amount of money that runs through Midland, why doesn't it look like Dubai?
Yeah, I know.
You think about like literally like how Midland County. How many wells are in Midland County?
Yeah.
There's a fuck ton.
If you're ever in an airplane flying over Midland, open your window and look outside. And it looks like a fucking pincushion.
Yeah, dude, and it's fucking like there's just shit everywhere. How come it doesn't look any better? How come the roads still suck? How come the school still looks like shit?
Honestly, the best thing for those roads is to concrete all of them because of all the 18-wheeler traffic.
Yeah.
They have the money to do it too.
Oh yeah,
They have the money to do it.
Where's the money?
Yeah, I know.
That's the crazy part. Where's the money? Where's all the fucking money?
Yeah.
The tax revenue alone at that fucking county. You know,
I'm sure it's crazy.
It's crazy because we did talk about this. Why did when they filmed Friday Night Lights? You know, they didn't film it in the fucking 80s. They didn't film it in the 70s.
No.
You know, they did that little work to that fucking school that they could literally film that fucking movie and made it look like it was fucking period piece.
Yeah.
Because they haven't spent any fucking money.
Spent there, yeah.
None. And I'd like to know. I don't know if you can Google that. What's the fucking tax rate? Maybe I can Google that.
Right. By the way, everybody, welcome back.
What it do, baby?
RHINO in the house. There he is. Wait, that's not RHINO's a mark?
I don't know.
Back in the house, man. What is this episode? How many ones you been on? 3, 4?
This is 80, boss.
This is episode 80.
This is episode 80.
Fuck yeah.
4 minus 1.5.
This is 80.
Damn, 80.
Yep.
80.
Man,
and so you've done 4 with us. 4 of those 80.
No, I probably 3.
3?
I'm not
Yeah.
that popular with y'all.
Yeah,
Popular.
no, you've been on a few
Yeah,
times.
gonna be.
I think you're our second most reoccurring guest.
I
Gotta
don't
be.
know. It's been a while. No, but man,
Last
this
time
other-
you cut it short though. That's cool.
Yeah, I got sick. I got sick of it. I mean,
Sick of it.
now I came across this hole in the wall, like a burrito place there in Midland.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're $7 burritos, but you know they're as big as this fucking beer bottle. You
Yeah.
know, they're good
The
sized
full
burritos.
meal, just one
But
burrito.
it's like Oscar's saying. I mean, it's a rundown fucking building,
Yeah.
and I mean they got good food and it's busy. It's busy there.
But there's no money being put back in that building.
No.
Yeah. You know, there's a plaza there in Midland. It has there's like a bar there, and there's a bar there called Rock and Rodeo, and then there's like a bunch of like little small like mom and pop places all around it. That whole shopping center hasn't changed at all.
No.
I mean, it looks exactly the same. I was like, God damn, like as much, like you're right, as much money that comes through here, like they didn't fix it up, make it look badass, you know. It looks the same, like it hasn't changed at all.
I guess they just make more restaurants.
I guess as long as the building holds up, just pocket that money, you know.
Yeah, because even like there, the parking lot's like shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even want
Oh
to
my
stop there.
god, those
to begin
fucking
with.
parking lots are full of potholes, man.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
I didn't even want to stop there, but I was like, man, fuck, I'm running late to work. I'm just gonna stop here and get a burrito real
Yeah.
quick, and that wound up being badass food there.
Yeah.
But you look at it and like, oh, I don't want to stop there.
Dude, I can't. Nothing pops up.
For what? What are you looking at?
Like, I'm trying to find out what the tax revenue. And then it gives me this long form fucking shit I gotta go through.
The mayor,
You want to know who the fuck are you?
it's in the mayor's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I'm sure it's in the maybe not billions, but I bet pretty goddamn close. I mean, because these are big oil companies that are doing business there, so they're having to pay property taxes on top of production taxes. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever go to like, I remember we were drilling in this town called Denver City, which basically Oxy runs that whole fucking town.
Yeah.
That fucking high school, their football stadium, like it's like a small 2A high school, right? But their football stadium looks like it's a Division II college fucking football stadium.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck? What is this? Like, we're sitting out here in the middle of nowhere, and there's this stadium like this. You
I
know?
drove through there not too long ago, and I was like, shit, this is Denver City.
It's
Like,
Denver
goddamn,
City.
it's grown a lot.
It has grown a lot, yeah.
In 2024, the recommended budget for both operating and capital needs total $79,783,362.
That's her budget.
Yeah, that's just the fucking the operating and capital budget.
Yeah, that's her budget. But
That's
that doesn't
all
say. But that's not
Yeah.
including their total amount of that
Oh,
they're
it's
bringing
all
in.
going to Interstate 20.
Fuck, that fucking thing.
They're still working on
Yeah,
that.
that thing. I was there 2 weeks ago, man. They still got construction going on that thing. It's
Fuck yeah.
Never ends. That's how Dallas was for the longest time. Was it I-30 between Dallas and Fort Worth? God damn, that thing was always.
It's like Austin, bro. Just everywhere you drive, just
Construction.
fucking construction.
Austin needs it, man. They got too many people and not enough road.
Because this week I was working outside of Crane, and so we get off at 5:30. So I was driving through Odessa, probably by like 6:15. By the time I left work, whatever. Man, by that time, you already have like a quarter-mile fucking line on the fucking exits.
Oh, trying to get off. Fuck.
You already have quarter mile. You know, from the stoplight, it's a good distance. I want to say it's about at least a quarter mile
That's about a 20-minute
to the
wait.
exit.
20,
Yeah,
30
fuck
minute
yeah,
wait.
man.
Fuck.
I was like, damn, and there's just people just trying to get to work right now, or getting off, and that's the lines are already this fucking busy.
Fairgrounds Road. There's construction going on Fairgrounds Road right now. But I remember one year, I had to go up there for a meeting for this company that I worked before. The company I work for now, they had their offices there. Well, they still do, I guess, the company I work for now. But anyways, the fastest way to get to the office used to be, as soon as we get there, take Fairgrounds Road all the way to the loop and then just come up and then take another turn and boom, we're right there. Well, at 7:30. At 7:30 in the morning, trying to get down Fairgrounds Road. Fuck, bro. I thought we were going to get there faster. Hell the fuck no. This is in 2014. No, it fell out in 2014. 2013, I guess. Some shit like that. Right before it fell out. I think it fell out in 2014. It was, balls to the wall. It was fucking, drilling was going on crazy. There was people fucking everywhere. God damn, it took us an hour to get down Fairgrounds Road. And it's not even that long of a road. But there was so much fucking traffic.
Back to back.
God damn it.
I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, but see, Midland's crazy because Midland's not a huge town.
Mm-mm.
But when it's busy, there's so many fucking
You know what fucking
people
interstate
there.
20 reminds me of? The Matrix. When they get on the fucking highway and they're fucking with those twins and shit, whatever they call it.
That's the second one, right? Part 2.
Yeah, the second one when they're sitting there trying to fight each other, they're beating the shit out of each other, and then the traffic is just back to back. That reminds me of Midland.
Yeah.
I don't ever try to go there in the fucking morning or during lunch. It's bad all fucking times.
Over there, the times you don't want to be is around 5:30 to 6 a.m. because that's usually when crews are changing shift.
Yeah.
And then again between 7 a.m. and about 8:30 a.m. because that's whenever the office workers are going into work.
Yeah.
And then again at 5 o'clock, and then again at like 6 p.m. to like 7:30 because then people are changing crew again.
Yeah, it's just a weird place, man. Because no matter who you talk to, somebody's in the oil field some way, shape, or fashion.
Yeah.
But you're either in fucking oily clothes or you're in slacks.
Yeah, either you're working directly in the oil field or you're providing a service.
Yes.
Whether it be restaurants or whatever, you're providing a service is directly catering to the oil field. Either way, your revenue is coming from the oil field.
Which I find it funny, right? Because like around here, you can't go to a convenience store and get paid decent amount per hour, But up there, everybody has to compete. Everybody there, like Walmart, your Stripes, your hotels, everybody's there you're competing with fucking oil field wages.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, because I remember I called up there one time to try to get a room because we were gonna stay there, and I had a family member was doing something, and it was a cheap fucking hotel, man, and it was running like $400 a night.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And they were like, well, do you have anything? He goes, oh, we're booked up. I'm like, okay, bitch. Well, when I called you gave me a price like it was fucking like you had something available.
Yeah.
He was like, oh no, we're not booked up.
I remember about 12 years ago when I was working up there, there was a Flying J it was a Flying J gas station, and it had either a Burger King, I think it was Burger King attached to it, and they had just had posted a sign where they had upped their wages to like $18 an hour. This is 12 years ago. That's pretty fucking good money, you know what I mean? Especially for Sinancho, but over there in Midland, apparently not, you know what I mean? But they were just trying to keep up somehow. Like, they weren't trying to pay too much, but they needed to keep workers because motherfuckers are just going to come right out of high school and go right to the fucking rig, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. And they hire anybody.
Yeah. And I remember thinking back then, like, God damn, that's a lot of money. Well, I wonder what it is now. Because now with inflation and everything, like, everybody's wages have gone up. So I wonder what those people get paid now.
Last I heard, man, they were looking for, I guess, cashiers for the Stripes. This was probably...
Over there?
Yes, in Midland. I want to say... I think it was Stripes. Probably about 6-7 months ago, man, they were paying like $26 an hour. $27 an hour.
That's pretty decent money.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. But I mean, how expensive is Midland?
Oh, Midland
It's
is expensive.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're not working 8-hour days.
Oh no. I'm sure they're not getting like 40 hours a week.
Yeah. That's what they get them.
Yeah.
They get you in with the dollar amount, but then they cut your hours. You're like, you're not going to get overtime
You're
at
only going to
all.
work 30 hours.
Yeah, and you ain't getting no overtime.
Yeah, and it's just amazing to me how many people live there, right? And work. Like, let's say you work for you're a rustabout, right? Because that's what I'm familiar with. You can quit that motherfucker and jump on. I mean, literally on location, jump on another fucking crew.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard stories where they're like, well, fuck this. These guys are paying 50 cents more, or $1 more. Yeah. They'll literally leave the truck on location and jump on the fucking.
When I first broke out in the drilling rigs, it's way different now. But when I first broke out in the drilling rigs, the driller and his crew go together.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? And so if that driller gets into it with that tool pusher and the driller decides to quit or that tool pusher decides to run him off, all of us are gone. But guess what? there's a rig right there. And we all just make a little trip right over to that next rig. And be like, hey, need some hands? Yes, I do. Boom, I got my whole
Hey, I guys want to trade rigs.
Basically, that's basically what would happen. Yeah, you would just go right over to the next rig.
So you've been in this, I mean, since
2000,
right? From then till now, I mean, it's a whole different shit. Because to me, I mean, from what I hear, people like these drilling rigs and pulling units, they're all run in some kind of corporate fashion. Where it's
now
like,
it is, yeah.
Like you can't let a guy go. You have to give him some chances, or you can't say
3 chances.
words. 3 chances?
Is it more than that now?
Fuck yeah, man. It's a pussy field.
Yeah, but you can't just fire people anymore. You can't.
So that's crazy. Is I know you're giving him that. This is your question, but I got to throw this in there because I remember the transition. I got to interrupt. I remember the transition of when it went from the old school style that everybody remembers, and then to the way it is now. Well, not actually, it's worse now. But I remember like this little middle ground, I guess, where you had to wear FRs, where you had to.
I had to take anger management classes.
Anger management classes.
Because they're like, RHINO, you can't talk to the
we
guys.
had to take
What's crazy is because back in the day, you would have been let go.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, sorry, man, we don't need you because I mean, there's like guys out the fucking door looking.
I had to take leadership classes.
Yeah, leadership
classes, and then I remember in the classes they said, all right, you can't just, when somebody fucks up, you just can't go out there and get in their ass. You can't cuss at them, especially.
Yeah, you're like, hey, Abraham.
Hey, man, you were doing a great job. Yeah. This is fucking awesome.
But
I love how you do this. He was like, but on this other note, there's this other thing, and I would like you to work on.
What do they call it? A positive or a compliment sandwich?
So basically, yeah.
Where you tell them, you give them a compliment, and then you tell them where they can fix it, and then you give them another compliment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you would have to tell somebody, I'd be like, hey guy, you're the motor hand. Today, when you get a chance, clean your motor area. Clean your motors or change the oil in your motors when you get a chance.
Pretty please.
At the end of the day, hey, did you get a chance to change that oil? Like, no, why not? You were sitting in the doghouse for a good while. Well, I just didn't get around to it. All right, well, let's try to get around to it tomorrow. And that I couldn't.
Meanwhile, the motor's blowing up and shit.
I couldn't get with that, Yeah, and I was just.
Because before that, it would be like, motherfucker, get your ass up.
Start walking.
Get over there.
Just start walking off location because I ain't gonna give you a ride.
Yeah.
No, I did that several times. We're out there and fucking drilling and Loma Alta. I'm like, you ain't getting back in my truck, motherfucker. Yeah. And stop kicking rocks. But
I remember telling somebody, I'm like, this isn't for you. You're gonna get somebody hurt.
I've had that conversation.
You're gonna get somebody hurt, or you're gonna fucking kill yourself. Like, this is not for you. And the dude started crying. I'm like, oh, don't fucking cry. Why are you crying for? Like, I don't fucking understand. This was during that whole transition thing, and I was like, I wasn't yelling. I mean, I'm talking loud because you have to, because you're out there in this loud ass environment. He's already fucking crying. I'm
like, can't cope with it because I've seen that.
I got reported for whistling at you. Why'd you whistle at him? Well, because he's downstairs. I'm upstairs. I'm the driller.
You can't hear me.
I'm not gonna go downstairs and talk to him. I just whistled at him, get his attention. Then I gave him sign language what to do.
It's crazy, man.
I'm like, oh no, don't be whistling. I ain't no fucking dog. That's what he told me. I was like, well, you're acting like a bitch. Either way, you still, get called.
You can't say that no more.
No,
right? You can't say that.
Well, there's certain companies you can, but if you go to big,
but the way everything is moving, it's gonna get to a point that you can't say anything like that.
Let's say you're working for the big three drilling companies, which is the N, the P, the H. There's a few other ones, but those are your big threes. You can't do it, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah? Yeah,
because like my first day when I went with the N, when I was getting back into the oil field, drilling rigs, I went out there as a derrick hand, and he's all like, hey, this evening when you get a chance, get up there on that board and, make some latches on the that elevator for the fast connection.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what it's called. Anyways, I was like, all right, he goes, I just need to know if you can go up there. Like, oh, okay, I'll just, I may be overweight, but I can handle my shit. Yeah. And he's like, no, just go ahead and go. And I was like, all right. So I went up there on one of the connections, and the driller told me, he goes, he's gonna do him, just up the derrick hand down there. So the next day, he was all like, why didn't you fucking, like his veins were popping out. Like, I looked around, like, bro, I don't see your fucking wife out here, bro. Who the fuck are you yelling at?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I told you to do something and this and that. And I was like, you know what? I'll see you later. I fucking left. I'm like, this dude, what the hell's wrong with him? I didn't work with that. I understand I was a new guy and he wanted to see that, but I'm more of a shower, not a grower. I'm more, watch me work. Then you decide. I'm not gonna sit here and brag to you like, "Whoa, I can do this, I can do that."
Yeah.
You'll see it at the end of the day. And sure enough, like I went from neighbors from them to another company.
Is it a good thing for everything to change? I mean, is it good because like, or they cut? I mean, like, all right, they change the culture, you change, the thinking. Maybe the safety comes in that with that. I don't know.
Well, at the end of the day, you want people to go home.
For sure,
You don't want them to feel like shit. And I will push back on this because nowadays we're making more oil now than we ever have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe that other structure was different because we grew up with that. You know what I mean? The yelling, the fucking getting your shit together. But now that everything's changed and it seems to be more productive. It doesn't seem that way, but we are drilling more. We're drilling, record wells. Where our production, we don't have to.
But is it because of the hands or is it because of the technology?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. I mean, well, it's more the technology, yes, because it just makes the job easier for the hands. We're not. Nobody's out there throwing chain no more. I'm sure there is still some rigs out there.
I want to say with those 3 companies, like you lie to get in there. No, I'm not like this. I'm not like that.
To get in
yeah. But once you're out in the field, it's not hardcore like it used to be, but it is like, hey, motherfucker, I told you to do this, get it done.
Yeah.
Or, sack your shit.
So there's still a little bit of that.
There's still a little bit of that.
But you're not letting people go after their first mess up.
But you do have some guys that are like, oh, I'm not going to work in the heat. You don't even have waters for us and this and that.
Yes.
I've seen that a lot. And they're like, then, the toe pusher, the company man's like, let's get him some water.
Yeah.
But why? Because they don't want a lawsuit. They don't want this guy to fall down, die on, and
that's the last thing you need.
Provide his family.
But behind the scenes though, it's like just get him some water, right? But you already see the problem. You see that there's a problem. You're like, let's get him replaced as soon as possible.
You already see the issue.
Yeah, because it's like
you see it
right off the bat. So there's that, and this kind of sucks because there's the workaround.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, just cater to his needs, but I'll find somebody to replace him. I'll just tell him we don't need him anymore, and you go. But there's no more just straight up calling him out. You got to go. I'm sorry, you ain't cutting it. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt somebody else.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's just none of that. There's no immediate fires. It's just like, all right. Well, on his days off, he won't come back.
Like even where I'm at now, like it's old school. You want to throw down, you can fucking throw down and shit like that. I'm too old for that though. But we do have we had some new guys come in. That were one of the guys was a black guy, an older black guy, and here he is. I'm trying to show him how to do his job, and he's trying to argue with me. And I'm like, you know what? I go, you don't have a pussy, you don't suck my dick. I go, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. If we're gonna throw down, let's throw down. I go, other than that, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you what's got to get done. Yeah. Oh, it's like that, Rhino. It's like that. Like, fuck yeah, it's like that, bro. Like I said, shut the fuck up. Let me show you, or I'll just hang out over here. You hang out over there. You fuck up. I go, the only thing I don't like is that it comes back on me.
Yeah.
And so they want to be hardcore, but once you step back, once you let them know that you're gonna stand up to them, then the phone calls come out. And they're like, hey, well, he said you called him this. I was like, well, I did call him that, but it was acting like one,
Yeah.
But it just goes that route, man. And then I'm like, man, did you watch YouTube to do this job or what the fuck? Because apparently you had 6 years experience and nothing shows for it,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like when I was working with Oscar, he's like, hey, there's this guy. I'm like, well, today's this fucking day. I'll let you know if it's gonna work out. Well, just about one day, like, yeah, you get used to the people that they're gonna make it or not, just in the first hour.
Yeah, and usually that was my interview. Your interview's the first day.
Yeah.
Cause there was a couple ones that I was like, okay, no, you're done today. And we had that one guy who almost knocked himself out fucking twice.
You see, and I tried to get rid of him for like 2 weeks.
Oh, hold on. He was only with me for a day.
Who?
I can't remember his name, but the one that we were at.
Trick.
Yeah, there you go.
Nah, man, because I got him to ask you for money, to ask you for money, the right
No,
work.
at the end of the day, he was gone.
That was the same thing?
Yeah, because that morning, he hit me up for $50. And I'm like, you just got here.
First day at work?
Yeah, bro, first day at work. And then he was trying to find a ride home. He's like, oh man, like he started this
Or just asking
conversation.
me, like, oh, you need to ask Oscar or Anthony. They've been here the longest, they make the most money. They always let people borrow money.
Oh my god, you were setting him
I was
up.
like, he's asking me, I'm like,
did you tell him? I was like, yeah. He's like, fuck.
because he was asking, he's like, hey, where do y'all live, man? And then Anthony told him right. He's like,
No, well, I told him that they lived down his route.
You think I'd catch a ride? I was like, no.
You were setting him up, man.
I was all over that bitch.
It was different. I mean, it's different. It's different now. The whole culture, everything's. I mean, well, I get it. You know, like we say, the big three, right?
Yeah.
They're making it easy. Well, by upgrading their equipment because they're less downtime, less people getting hurt. You know, everything's more efficient.
Very efficient. Definitely very efficient.
So, I mean, I get with
your
just that.
Your heads are more mechanics, I guess, than
yes,
because they're more having to replace and repair shit.
Yes.
Versus doing the actual drilling part of it. Most of that can be done with a joystick now.
Yeah. So most of that stuff, I think you can be a little bit more lenient with your hands because
they want to see a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
They want to see paperwork. You're a pencil bitch out there.
Yeah. Because they start running it more like a corporate structure.
Yeah.
You know, in some guys it's good, in other ways it's bad because I'm like, you have to be detail oriented. You have to write your shit down. That's not me. I couldn't work out there. I couldn't because I'm like, dude, hey, we didn't get your form. We didn't get your TPS reports. And I'm like, okay, because I didn't feel.
And then you get another phone call. Hey, did you get your TPS reports done?
And it's well, we're gonna need you to come in on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna need you to come in on your days off. Like, are y'all still having to go in and do rig moves? Like no. So y'all don't do that no more. Cause he back in the day
on the drilling rig?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You still got
to go in. Okay.
They used to have a crew. One of the bar owners here, he had kind of started that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, they had started doing that in pressure washing. You know, instead of you doing it, you know, crew workers, they get to hire a pressure washing crew. And I think he was part of that one too. But I don't think that lasted too long. Not unless with bigger companies that don't mind.
Yeah. You
know, slamming 10 grand here and there.
Back in the day, I worked with one of the big three, and they I'll take one. So they used to have it to where even if you were on days off and it was rig move day, you go into work. You come into work and help with that rig move on your day off, and at the end of the day, you get to go home and go back to your days off, right? But rig move day was mandatory. Everybody better be there.
Yeah.
And then I remember working for another one of the big three, and if you were off, you were off. The only people responsible for moving the rig were the two crews that were on, which is your night shift and your day shift. Those are the guys that help. But that big company also had what was called rig movers. That's all they did. Those guys basically lived in the yard, and when there was a rig, but there was always a rig that needed to be moved, so they were always out moving rigs. That was their job. They were rig movers.
This was what, like 15 years ago? 10 years ago?
12 to 10, somewhere around there. Yeah, 12 to 10 years ago.
And then you weren't even allowed. You know, you weren't allowed to rig down like the guys on the crew because if something did happen, the rig movers would be like, no, well, he was the one pulling on that line. You know, he's the one that fucked up. So that's what you know, kind of did away with it. But I never got to work for a company that you didn't have to go in and rig down.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember when I first started out like that, when the first company, you were doing it all.
Yeah.
You were doing all of it.
Yeah.
The only people that were moving the rigs was the big trucks that came in, the big
gin
pull trucks, you know. But other than that, you were doing all the manual labor.
I don't even see any of that. I don't see much of that anymore. I see cranes.
Cranes now. They use cranes everywhere now. They're trying to do away with the gin pull trucks. Yeah. I guess. Is it dangerous? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure
I've never seen anything happen.
Well, it's just cranes because the substructures are so high.
They're high.
The gin pole truck can't reach it. Other than
that,
you got your gin pole trucks that'll pull out the fucking pumps out of the way and your flatbeds will.
Because man, some of the motherfuckers, bro, you better be on your fucking ones and twos, or you're gonna get your ass run over, or you're getting honked at.
Get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, the way they taught us is when they're out there, you raise your hand. You walk 8 to 10 foot in front of this vehicle, and you have your hand up in the air
so they can see.
So they can see.
Oh man, because I've been on a couple of. I mean, I've been on location for a couple of rig moves, and I'm like, motherfucker, dude. If someone's not paying attention, they're getting taken out.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just all you hear is, then they're stopping picking shit up, and fucking the trucks are ready. Just go.
It's a
ballet.
It's a ballet.
Yeah.
What they're doing, it's a whole dance going on.
Yeah.
You know,
like they're getting their fucking their pits.
Yeah.
They're getting their fucking pumps. They're getting
the pony subs.
Honestly, that's the hardest day I always felt like was rig moved. It was always the hardest day, but man, I liked it. It was always like.
Well, since you were busy, you was
something
go.
different.
Yeah, it was something different, and it was always something, and it was like it was cool to see it.
Go from the monotony of chipping paint and painting.
Yeah, but it was cool to see it happen. Like the whole fucking thing. Like we breaking this whole fucking thing down, moving it. You know, nowadays they have like locations where they're just like boom, right next door. They just unwind shit. Back then it wasn't like that. Everything had to get tore down, moved a mile down or 2 miles or 10, 20, whatever, then re-put back up again. And they want you to do it in a certain time frame.
Oh yeah.
But it would get done, and it would be amazing to see it do it. Like to me, I was amazed. I was like, "Wow, we were able to get all these people together,
Puzzle it back together.
Yeah."
And I want to see from the other side because they're like, all right, they're gonna tear this bitch down. Everything's on day rate. Everything.
Yep. At that moment,
yeah, bro. They're like, you better get from this bitch to that bitch as fast as you fucking can.
That's why they're like efficiency. Yep, efficiency.
Yeah.
They want you to get it done fast, but get it done right and safe.
Yep. We want you fucking drilling conductor or surface because we're gonna be cementing
by tonight.
By tonight.
Yep.
And you think because I've seen those tickets, you know, and they range anywhere from fucking $25,000 to $30,000 a day for a fucking day rate.
Oh yeah.
And they're ready to go. They're ready to get going. But hey, that $30,000 bill is due.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how long it took.
I remember when I was working for this company that the pusher was in love with porno. He drives around. Him and my driller, they're in the pickup truck. He drives over. They call me over to the truck. Like, hey, jump in the back of the truck. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna get a little bit of a break, right?
Yeah.
I jump in the back of the truck, and then I'll say in the back. I jump in the back cab of the truck, and then we go driving. I was like, where are we going? He's like, we're going to the next location. I was like, all right. Right. So yeah, exactly right. So my driller's driving, and the pusher sitting in the passenger seat, and there's a laptop on the console, and I look down at the laptop. Porn. I'm like, this motherfucker can't even go a few hours without.
This raw, bro.
Jesus Christ, bro! Like he couldn't stop. This motherfucker. Yeah. Then we get to the next location. They're like, I need you to drill. I need you to take these shovels and go over there, and I need you to dig this out. And then as soon as you get digging out that, we need to start getting. There's lines already made out for your ditches because the shit would overflow.
Yeah.
And they needed to flow back into the pits. We had earth pits.
Oh yeah, the earth pits.
We had earth pits. That's how old that shit was. That was a fucking old ass rig. That's how it broke out.
Yeah. That's like Blue Line rig, right?
This was a OGP rig. It's Patterson. I was gonna say it's Patterson. I don't work for them anymore. Patterson.
They don't listen to this bitch anymore.
Yeah, that's when I broke out. I was air drilling, and that's how it was. And then like not even a year later is when I started drilling. Mm-hmm. And then when I already had the, fucking working mentality, because fucking working since like third grade, pouring concrete and all that shit. So. Once we started drilling, I came to the point where I made daylight driller quick, at a young age, and everybody else still in the 30s.
He was 6 at this age.
Yeah, I was 6 and a half, 8. Now everybody's like in the 30s and 40s and 50s, and they're like, this little motherfucker's telling us what to do. But the company saw that I didn't give a fuck how old you were. I was going to get on your ass, or your ass was going to be on the ground.
That's what they wanted?
Yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted you to push, and then they're like, well, you're the daylight driller. If you can't handle the other crews, that's on you. We don't need you. So guess what? Being young, guess what I wanted to do? Yeah, you listen to me, motherfucker, you're out of here.
It was crazy. It's like that's the culture that they pushed so hard for so many years, and then they just flipped it on everybody.
Yeah.
And then they want everybody that's what you did to just like stop doing that and let's learn this new way. Like,
and if you're a person like me that's hard for change, shit.
It's hard for everybody.
Because even like I said, they sent me on to anger management classes like 3 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
And finally, the last time they were like, "Hey, this is gonna be a 7-month class. If you can't learn from it, then we don't need you."
Damn.
I was like, "What the fuck? I mean, you're the superintendent. You're the one who take me to these other rigs and line these guys out." And it's like, I know, but it's not like that no more.
Yeah. Well, it's probably about that time with like the insurance requirements.
Yeah, the insurance. Because before, insurance wanted you to get hurt. The insurance side, but now it fucks with the company.
Yeah. Now it costs us money.
Yeah, now it costs the company money.
Now the rates go up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's where the big change was there when the fucking insurance company started sticking their nose in the whole how everything's fucking run.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking because I remember when I had Harveys, it was, of course, we never did it. I would always fucking just fudge the report. And I'm like, yes, we had a fucking safety meeting. Yes, we did this. Yes, we got fucking H2S monitors. Shit like that. Fuck. And that's where it all changed. And it was just to get the cheaper rate. So I couldn't imagine with me, pulling in the revenue a month that I was pulling in compared to a $1 billion company.
Yeah.
You're looking at a substantial difference. I mean, even for them, let's say $1 million is a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? But they're beholden to this profit margin. Mm-hmm. No matter what, we don't give a fuck about any of it. But we're beholden to our stockholders, to our shareholders, to our partners.
Yeah.
We have to maximize the amount of money that we're making, and that, of course, brings in send them to classes. Because I shit you not, with them sending you to classes,
cuts their rates
down.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they're managing.
It's just like H2S classes that you're required to do every year. That's for insurance purposes.
Oh yeah.
That's the only reason they do it. They don't care if you know the shit or not. It's all about insurance.
You get your H2S, you're fucking, if you don't know what you're doing, you know, they're copying off of you and this and that, and you're giving somebody else that.
They give me the fucking answers.
Yeah.
They give me the answers.
At the end of the class, you're like, all right, we're going to take this test together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all, why just sit here? Just make up the fucking...
It's all about saying that you sat there for an hour and you took this.
It's like when
we do it for a Zoom meeting now.
Yeah.
The new company I started with, we did the forklift man lift classes, and one of the guys in the mechanic there, he's like, I don't know how to operate that man lift. Like, just get in there with me and I'll fucking move it around. And I go, this dude ain't gonna fucking look at you.
Yeah.
No, man, because what if he does ask? We're like, he ain't gonna ask shit. Yeah. They just want to see that you're in here and you got a harness on and let's go. And sure enough, he goes,
welcome to Oldfield, baby. We're a dime a dozen.
Yeah, sure enough. That's how it went.
Yep. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
They just need you to show up, and
the only time they give a fuck is when something happens. Are you certified?
Do you have your forklift card?
Yeah.
You have your man lift card?
Yeah, that's it.
You know what's funny?
That's when they matter.
That's just not transferable either.
No.
It's only good with the company that you're working with. If you go to another company or you want to go to a warehouse and be like, hey, I'm certified to use a forklift.
Well, you see, I got mine online.
You know?
I got mine online through OSHA, and
that's different.
You can go work anywhere and
that's
show those, and they're accepted. You don't even have to get the company, but
the company ones that they do just out there in the field, that's only good for just them.
And that's because I'm sure they know that you probably didn't even take the test.
It's just a sign of liability. That's all it is. Yeah. Because it's like, well, you took your test. And you fucked up. So it's on the company you work for now.
These videos, I remember the fucking videos. The videos were so fucking stupid, bro. I was like, are you serious?
They need to do the root beer video. Have you seen those on Facebook? Like,
no.
Hey, let me get that root beer. And he falls off the porch.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those.
They need to do those videos.
I remember one of them, they had this guy the video of the guy is like, I'm tired, and he lays down behind the forklift tire. Like, what? Like, who does? Like, really? What the fuck, man?
There it is.
And
that's why that video was made.
I always think, too, I was like, somebody must have did that.
That's why
they made that fucking video, yeah.
It's just video. I thought it was described because it's kind of funny.
What are you looking at?
The OSHA violations videos on TikTok.
The root beer ones? Or?
Oh, no. It just this guy that just posted shit.
Yeah, there's this one.
I sent you one a while back, and it was like a Japanese or Chinese one, and it was like factory workers just doing some dumb shit. Like, these guys were walking up a step ladder. One guy's here, and there's another guy here, and that guy fucking slips, and he hits every rung on the way down, and then hits that guy. Then they hit the ground, but the ground isn't solid. It's like a board to another fucking 2 more floors, and then they fall, and then the other guy falls on top of him. I was like, what the fuck's going on in China?
Yeah. When you sent me that, I kind of went through a rabbit hole because I started seeing videos of people getting like mangled in machinery and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
They used to show some crazy shit for Patterson's safety meetings. Do you remember the ones?
The fingers.
My God. Yeah, the fingers, and then they had the one where everybody died on the fucking rig floor.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm talking blood and guts, bro. Like, everybody on the fucking rig floor died. I think the blocks dropped or something happened. I don't remember the whole fucking scenario, but everybody fucking died on the rig floor.
So I remember
bodies everywhere.
I was drilling in South Texas. Well, it was in Victoria. There's a company out of South Texas, Arrow or something like that. And I told the fucking tool push, like, hey, you need to tell this motherfucker to slow down. The driller, I mean, his all fucking wired out or whatever, and he was just like, go, 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 which is good, but the way he was going is going to get somebody hurt.
Yeah.
And sure enough, man, I get off at 6 in the evening, and where I'm getting my fucking dinner ready, and the fucking tool pusher was like, "Hey, can you come out here and finish stripping in the hole?" And so that driller got the new guy hurt. Like, fuck no, man. I warned you. I warned you since yesterday, since he got here, that he was gonna get somebody hurt. I ain't going out there. And I didn't go out there. They fucking circulated. He went out there. They tied on, circulated all night. So I went back out there. And then I told, we're about to push the Kelly back into the rat hole. Really? They just circulated all night? Yeah. Oh, they're about to push the Kelly back in the rat hole. And I was like, wait up. I went over there and looked, and sure enough, that dude's fingers are still stuck to the fucking rat hole. You remember how you used to put the Kelly in the Kelly truck?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
They were still stuck in there. I fucking grabbed them, and I went to that toe push. I was like, here, and see if they're still good. He goes, what is this? What the f-? And he fucking faints.
He fainted?
Yeah, I was like, and then finally when he woke up, he goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, that's that motherfucker's fingers that you got cut off. He goes, I wasn't on that down, but I told you. That's your fucking fault.
Yeah, you were told.
Yeah. And man, he was just all throwing up.
Go get his fingers fucking sewed back on.
Yeah, no, these motherfuckers were flat.
Oh, they were flat.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Man,
that Kelly was fucking heavy.
Yeah, because you'd grab a hold of that fucking rattle, and you'd push the Kelly back, with one hand, and the other hand. If you're doing it by yourself, and it'll fucking fall, and with the weight, I'm sure it bounced back. Yeah. While he's going down.
That was the one thing that I was always grateful for. Like I as many years as I was out there roughnecking, man, I have all my toes and fingers.
Yeah.
Because I seen it happen, and I was like, fuck. I smashed the fuck out of my fingers a few times, scared the fuck out of me, but luckily I still have them all. I don't have feeling in my pinky. I don't have no feeling in my pinky.
So I mean, with all these regulations, bro, is there anybody out there regulating these casing crews?
Fuck!
Damn! Because bro,
that's a good one.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
Now there is.
When I went back out there, I was surprised of how casing changed.
I mean, dude, those motherfuckers are scary, dog.
Even the speed.
Those are different human beings.
Yes.
Even the speed to make up the casing, changed. Like, hey, we only want 30 RPMs, while making it up, and then at the end you could jump it up to 50.
Yeah.
The torque on it, the dope that you put on there now.
No shit.
Now we can't even put the dope on there. They have a guy that checks the torque. He'll go in there with this little fucking toothbrush like deal with like horsehair on it. It looks like, and he'll dip it in there, slide it off, and then he'll put it on the fucking. You can't overdose.
This is too slow for me.
Yeah.
This is too slow for me. I would be pissed.
Hey, fix it, bro. Y'all are fucking up all the pumps with all the dope.
What the fuck is going on here, man?
And I sat there and thought how so many cases were getting parted at the colleges. I was like, this is probably because of us overdoping these bitches. We're overdoping
and you're just
they weren't getting the proper torque. It was showing it, but it was all dope torque.
Yeah.
And boom.
That's probably right there.
Well, you got these motherfuckers that probably haven't slept. They're wired up on coke.
I used to pull doubles.
Do you?
I used to pull doubles.
When I first broke
I would pull 2 shifts.
Were you on a casing crew?
No. On drillers. I don't know about the casing crews, but those motherfuckers were definitely.
Oh, I was like, these motherfuckers.
They would go from one job to the next.
Yeah, they need to be supervised because I'm like, okay, so they need to make sure these motherfuckers are sleeping.
Yes.
Because I'm like, dude, how the fuck do you operate? I don't understand. I'm sure half the casing crews that I remember back in the day, they gotta all be dead now. Because they're like, there's no way you can run on that little suite.
Now they have a safety man. Every time a case crew went out there where I was working at, they'd have a safety guy from their department go out there and make sure that even the HOS monitor was on them.
Yeah. Really?
So, that's changed.
You ever heard of a lay down crew?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember we were getting ready to.
Those are rare now.
Yeah, they're rare now. But we were getting ready to come out of the hole and lay everything down because we were done. Yeah. We were about to pull everything out of the hole. So you have the lay down crew back in the day that would come and you would break every fucking joint off and then boom, roll it off onto the racks, you know what I mean? And so I had to go wake them up. They already had their truck rigged up, but they were just waiting for us to get through circulating. We were circulating, bottoms up so many times and all that bullshit. I'll go knock on the fucking door and these motherfuckers are doing lines in the fucking truck.
Oh yeah, bro.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm talking, it looked like Tony Montana, bro. He had fucking white all over the fucking nose, bro. I was like...
I used to be doing lines off the knowledge box.
The knowledge box. I forgot about the knowledge box.
No.
Damn.
Because, dude, I'm telling you, I don't see some... Because the casing crews that would come out, some of these bitches, bro, they would... Like, ready to go to work. Let me put this fucking tool away and put it in their pocket. Yeah. And I'm like... Everybody comes out wired as fuck. And I'm like...
fuck.
What the fuck, man?
When energy drinks came out. I remember this.
Oh, yeah.
I remember this. Holy fuck, bro. There would be a fucking pile of 5-hour energies and Red Bulls and Monsters and fucking shit. There's used to be this shit called Red Line.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, that shit was goddamn. It's like milk, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, there would be piles of these.
The ones I always saw that kind of weirded me out with the stacker drinks.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was like, dude, I
Do you remember Yellow Jackets?
Yes.
Those are like trucker fucking.
Oh yeah, they're fucking gas station energy.
Yeah.
Pills,
Oh, yeah, they were.
And I'm like, dude, they would sit there and pop these motherfuckers, and I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are gonna be dead before they're 30, dog. Before they're 40, they're gonna be dead. There's no way you can operate like that for more than a year. There's no fucking way.
They would have cases.
Yeah, they would.
I remember they'd take up at least 2 cases back in the day when that shit came out.
I remember at one time when I was working out a lot, when I was working on the rigs, I was working out a fuckload. I was taking pre-workout. It was what the fuck was that shit called? Nitrous oxide. It was called Inno Explode. It was the pre-workout.
Okay.
Oh my god. It was only recommended to take 2 in a 24-hour period, and I would take the 2 just boom, and fucking go to work. Like, holy shit. And you're all fucking amped up because your body's like, we're about to go work out. And technically it was a workout. Yeah. But dude, I had a fucking whole jug in my locker, and I remember I had 2 floor hands working for us, and they were like, hey man, can we get some of that stuff? And I was like, yeah. I said, go to my locker. I was like, yeah, it's in my locker. I said, go to my locker, get some. I said, but don't get more than 2 drinks. Motherfuckers, they finished that tub.
Oh fuck.
And then at the end of the fucking shift, these motherfuckers were just they couldn't
grinding their teeth.
Bro, they couldn't sit still. They were itching because it has that what is that shit called? Niacin.
Yeah,
had niacin in it, and they were just like scratching like a motherfucker. I was like, dude, I hope y'all live. I don't know if y'all are gonna live. You're not supposed to
have got any more of that fucking niacin.
Oh my god.
No, it was a whole different animal, man, and that's why I was wondering because I don't see it now. I don't see any of it, so I'm like, man, how much has it changed? Because I see some of these, like I used to see TikToks all the time, people that are on these fucking cruise and shit like that, and I'm like, yo, you don't look like you hadn't done shit all fucking day.
It's chill. Like, man, a while back here, where I'm at now, one of the flowback hands, they're like, hey, well, are you helping out this guy? Like, oh no, I'm just a backup. He's the one doing all the work because I already did my time. And I look at him, I was like, how old are you, bro? Like, I'm 25, but I've already done my time. I was like, where? In the fucking diaper? Or what's like? Everybody started laughing. I was like, you done your time? Like, shit. I guess by 7th grade, I had already finished doing my time. Shit, I've been working since 3rd grade, and you think you done your time. Like, nah, well, I got this much experience. I was like, that's it? That's all you got? I was like, you ain't got fucking
if
shit,
anything,
bro.
you got a little bit of time. You got no experience.
Yeah.
And that was his attitude. Like, I've done my time already.
He's definitely too young to be done with his time. But I have had some experiences now where I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And I've actually said that. I've actually called my boss up and like, hey, I know I used to do that. I said, but I was dumb. I'm not doing that no more. Yeah. I've made that call.
Well, we're not young either, man.
You can fire me. Motherfucker. Damn. All right, thanks for listening. But yeah, no, I just like, I don't know, I just made the call. I was like, I'm not going to do that no more.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, because you're just not. That's a young man's game. It's a young shit, Even then, when something we try to correct, like, hey, man, don't get in the tanks. Hey, I didn't know this when I was young. No one fucking told me. It's like, it was balls to the wall, you know what I mean? And now that I go back and think about it, I'm like, yeah, dude, don't do that. You want longevity. You don't want to be fucking, at 50 years old, you're fucking.
I'm dying of fucking cancer. Does this company give a fuck?
Fuck no. You'll be replaced tomorrow.
They've got somebody right there waiting.
The guy that was relieving me on this job, he's 35. And they're like, hey, I left the shovel right there so we could spread the sand. I was like, why don't you just use a forklift? He goes, no, you just jump in there and spread the sand. I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I just put the forklift on the edge, fold the forks up, and I just use the forklift to spread the sand.
Yeah.
But he's in there. Yeah, and of course I was 35 doing the same shit, getting inside the fucking tanks filled with H2S.
Yeah, I mean, at that age, when you were 35, Instead of looking at you and they're like, hey, we need to spread that. I'm like, yo, bro, my fucking back hurts.
Yeah.
This shit you're doing is gonna. When you're my age, your back's gonna fucking hurt.
Feel it. We were talking about H2S like that. You're getting in them tanks, but what's crazy is now they're finding more shit that's been in there. Not just H2S. I can't even think of the names. Benzene. There's so many much more shit that they were like, oh, well, we've steamed it out. I was like, yeah, you did.
But that doesn't do nothing.
It's still there.
Yeah.
I was like, but it's not flammable. I was like, sure, it's not going to explode. But that shit is still there. It'll still get into you.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Why do you think when you take that fucking metal to the scrapyard, they ain't going to take it?
Yeah.
The radiation.
Yes.
Yeah, who would have thought? I mean, of course, at that time, people knew, right?
Like, Oscar,
It's
this whole load radiator.
The
bro.
entire-
We just cut this bitch.
You remember that? Son of a
And then they went and take it, and I was like, take it to the yard, we'll let it set open, and then, hey, you go
Yeah.
take it back, a month, 2 months later, and they took it.
Yeah.
Oh, they still took it?
Yeah, because you let the heat fucking,
Yeah,
I
you-
guess the heat and the water.
Yeah, you let it
do.
dissipate. You let it just
Oh,
fucking, yeah. So, I mean, if I would have known what I know now back then, I would have never done it.
Yeah, I know.
I would have. But then again, you don't know. Everybody, because at the end
I
of
was
the
trying
day,
to make a hand.
yeah, well, not even a hand,
I
but
wanted-
everybody's trying to fucking eat. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
that's
like,
it.
well, what am I supposed to do? Not cut it
Like,
and
oh
then
shit,
not
like it
eat?
was on this
Yeah.
iron? Hell
Yeah.
That's how we saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, fuck, take it up.
Let's go.
We'll split it. Fuck. But at that time, I mean, at that time, you don't think about it. You think you're young, dumb, you're bullied.
Yeah. Definitely. Testosterone to the fucking max, bro. I'm not gonna fucking turn it this down. I'm gonna fucking do it because I'm a motherfucking man. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I gotta do this because I'm a motherfucking man.
Because you're a man.
Yeah, old man.
Damn.
I'm like,
We're the same age.
how old are you? You're 40,
43.
43? Oh, no, he's like,
Motherfucker.
It's like,
I'm 43.
I don't remember that. I think he's 40. Yeah, you're a year older than he is.
oh yeah?
Yeah, because he's 42, I think. Oh man, it's just it's crazy to me how much everything's changed. But then again, I mean, the people my age right now see me that way when I was younger. You know, where I just thought, oh fuck, maybe it's not that much. Maybe I don't know. You're the one in it, not me. Maybe it's not that much different.
It's different, but you do have a lot of. What do you mean you want me to pressure wash out there? It's 110 degrees right now.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck, that's even better shit to me.
yeah,
You know, you can get that mist on you, stay fresh, and
yeah. I was wondering that too when you work for these companies. You're like, why do y'all wait till it's 120 degrees outside to start doing anything?
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, everybody's working fucking slower. Everybody's tiring out. You know, why don't you save these for like the fall or maybe even the winter? You know, or spring. But it seems like everything kicks up in the middle of the winter. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I'm like, I see it. Like from the economical standpoint, right? I see the fact that everybody slows down. Everything's hot. Everything just moves way slower than it does during the spring and the fall.
It's just company man don't want to see you standing around.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to see nobody standing around. They want to see that the money they're spending
It's going
worth it.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
it
guess
don't
that makes
matter
sense.
what time of day or night. You know, they want to see that pressure washer going.
Yeah.
You know, scrub. You know, pressure washer substructure, the A-legs. You know, they want to see the rig clean.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard. They're like, hey, this fucking rig is dirty. You're like, well, fuck. I mean, we had to come out wet. You know, there's some old OBM everywhere, oil base.
Yeah. And there's a lot of the oil base mud.
Yeah.
What gets me about the oil field though, and it's always blown my mind. Not that I'm not saying it's a bad thing; it's a good thing. But where they literally hire these people straight out of nowhere, right? And they pay them an absorbent amount of money to do, let's say, pressure washing. And I'm like, hold on, you're making how much to do what? To do what? You know, to go out there and pressure wash whatever the fuck, or they're doing just like these real easy medial jobs. You know what I mean? And I'm like, explain to me how that's even cost effective. You know, you're paying this much for this literally 22-year-old that's sitting out there to do fucking nothing. You know, and then you talk to him and he's got a brand new fucking pickup that's lifted and shit like that. And it's just like, I mean, this 22-year-old making an obscene amount of fucking money.
Yeah.
You know, he's not saving a fucking dime of it. But then again, how can you blame him? You know, making that kind of money.
I did that.
Oh, you're just breaking out. You're breaking out. You're buying what you've always wanted.
Yeah. And I just never understood, man, because I'm like,
It's the first time you've ever had that amount of money.
yeah, it is, but I don't understand the pay. I just don't understand how the company's like, yeah, I'm willing to pay for that.
Like my money spending changed. It went from systems and
Yeah.
rims and all that shit for my vehicle to
A retirement.
fajitas,
Yeah.
burritos, tacos. Like, oh, I'm gonna go eat that there. I'm gonna go eat there. That look good,
Yeah.
It's just that part right there is mind blowing.
That was my money swap.
Mm-hmm.
The what?
That was my money swap.
Turn into a foodie.
Right here.
Oh no, man! I mean, you get older, you just can't do it no more. You just can't.
Well, you start figuring things out a little bit.
Yeah, you get a little bit more wiser about your shit. I don't know about wise about your money sometimes, but you're gonna work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. We started buying, I think, podcasts.
Yeah, man.
In the studios. Like, we don't know what to do with our money, apparently.
Well, if it was just random shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
This is an investment.
Oh, this is good.
This is an investment for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, we'll see what it plays out. It may not even do anything. Who knows?
But that's no different than when you invest your money in the stock market. Maybe it's going to make
Yeah.
it. Maybe it's not going to make it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's where my shit changed. My shit changed where I just don't go out and buy random shit
Yeah.
anymore.
You were gonna spend this money on something dumb.
On something stupid, yes.
Probably going out to eat.
Yeah. Or going out and buying, going out of town, spending an absorbent amount of money just to do stupid shit.
Yeah.
So that's what changed for me. You know what I mean? I wish I would have done this when I was younger. Kind of invested in something a little bit different.
The mindset's different.
Yeah.
Yours. I'll give you this, man. You were definitely smarter than I was when I was younger. When we were that same younger ages in our 20s,
Yeah.
I was dumb as fuck.
Yeah. No.
I wasn't thinking about it, nothing like that. I was just like, got some money, I want a brand new truck.
Go get some bitches.
Let's go
Cocaine and bitches.
go to a strip club. Fucking throw money away.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, I was never like that.
I was.
That was me. I mean, to me, if you had cocaine, you had any female you wanted, hot, ugly, whatever. You had
Pick your
badass bitches.
Yeah.
And that's what, that was my deal. I was like, oh, I need some coke. I'm going to do coke because, I want to fuck that bitch over there. She's out of my league, but I know this.
Boy, this little bag evens it out.
Yeah, and you see some hot ass bitches, like their fucking rings open up, get a fucking little bump, and let's go. I'm like, goddamn, all right, there's my chance.
America's cup of coffee.
Yes, sir.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's from fucking Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, it's not that good.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Blood In, Blood Out.
Blood In, Blood Out. Oh man, that's a fucking cult classic.
I tried to send him video clips.
He doesn't. I know. He follows the page though.
Because he sent me videos and I had to follow.
You had to follow it?
I'm like, what's he sending me? What's all this shit? And then
I follow it too.
I thought it was funny. I was like, all right, I guess I'll fucking.
The only thing I hesitate sending you is.
I will unfriend you so fucking fast.
Oh,
you're wearing it on your head, Oscar.
What, Steve?
Your hat?
You're fucking with me.
Your hat?
The little, what's it called?
All the little stars.
Look at your
You know, like
hat. the little holes.
trynophobia?
Yeah, you don't like a whole bunch of little small things.
Yeah,
Like strawberries.
I've
My wife doesn't. She's the same way.
She's the same way.
Yeah, she doesn't
got that
like
phobia.
if there's like a whole bunch of like little.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
dots or whatever,
It doesn't bother me no more because this is what I did. I literally went online and I looked at everything that I could.
Try to fucking desensitize.
Yeah, and it did. It desensitized. I mean, it's still even now and I look at it and I'm like,
Look at your hat.
but it doesn't. I look at my hat. I ain't
Got
scared.
all over it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the stars.
I did. I fucking looked because I'm like, because I mean, I think I told you and Victor because I was like, look, motherfuckers, y'all send me that shit again. Consider yourself fucking fired.
Damn.
Fired. I was like, fuck this.
I sent him a strawberry.
He did. He didn't give a fuck.
Like, no. But it was just a habit though. I was like, oh, fuck. I told Victor. Like, man, I fucked up. I sent Oscar a strawberry.
It was bad.
Is it hard?
Huh?
Like, me and you weren't, when I worked for you, me and you weren't as close as we are now. But was it hard for you working with your friend, like y'all, as close as y'all are, working for him and you're wanting to like joke with him, but you gotta know.
No, I know.
You know?
There's your type of people that know their boundaries. I know our boundaries. And there was times I'd see them fucking pissed off, so I'd back off. And it was like, so you have some people like, I can't work with my fucking dad. I'd rather work with my dad.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have my dad yelling at me than you yelling
That's
at me.
true, yeah.
I'd rather have that. But, you learn how to respect, when to respect, who to respect, and you learn those boundaries. Like, oh, you know what, today I'm not going to fuck with Abraham because he's got some shit. I know you.
You can tell.
I know you got some shit going on.
Yeah.
But then you have some people that always have shit going on. Like, well, I'm gonna fuck with him either way, you know.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah. And I've had those where it's like, oh, hey, this guy RHINO was doing this today, and I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. What the fuck? Oh, he was talking to me this way. We had an incident one time, and I was like, dude, that doesn't sound anything like him, man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, so when we had a big argument, he came to the house after I fired him, and so you just gonna believe RHINO? I was like, if I can't believe him,
Yeah.
who the fuck, if I can't believe him, I'll just close my fucking doors.
Yeah. He's my pusher.
Yeah, he's my main man, man. He's my second in command. If I can't fucking trust what's coming out of his mouth, how the fuck? And plus, you've only been with me a couple months.
No.
You know what I mean? So we've had that. I've had I guess fucking shout outs with shit like that. And I'm like, no, man, don't come out of fucking left field and try to, try to assert some shit.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. You got to work into your position, and if anything, I'm gonna let you know you're gonna be number 3. It's gonna be me. It's RHINO, and then whoever position comes after that, then that's you.
Yeah.
And I mean we've had it out. I've had it out with a few guys. And I'm like, no, because I see what you're doing. You don't like the way he's doing shit. Okay, that's on you.
Yeah. You're the boss.
Yeah.
You're running shit, and he's your number
and
1.
I've had don't come fucking crying to me, man.
He's my number 1 too.
I don't need you having a fucking.
Because we've even got into that part. They're like, no, Oscar, I was already doing it this way. I know, but we're gonna fucking do it this way.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Yeah.
No hands up for butt.
Even if no one's crazy, I told him if I'm fucking wrong, you can fucking throw it in my face.
Yeah.
You can throw it in my face. I'm not gonna get mad about it. I'll just because there was some times that he did. I walked off laughing because I was like, "Fuck."
We've all three worked together, but me and you weren't as close back then. You know what I mean? You and him were definitely way close.
Yeah.
So I always wondered that. I was like, how was that dynamic for you? I was like, was it weird?
Well, remember I told you that you get to a point, and it's
you just know.
You just know.
Yeah.
Like you come to a work dynamic, and we've had this conversation before, whereas when you're doing something, right, and everybody's and it's kind of one of the shit that I miss working with people that I can get along with.
Yeah.
Is that
you know what he's gonna do next?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's like, how
that.
great when you're putting together and then you're like, oh, I forgot this. You turn around and it's like, here. And I'm like, oh fuck, you knew exactly what I fucking needed, and go put it together. Everybody's in sync.
I do miss that, and I've had it like that on one rig with the same crew. It was only because we had the same crew for so long.
Yeah.
And then when I worked with Sean, because eventually we all got on the same level.
Yeah.
It was me, you, and Anthony, and him.
Yeah.
And it's
it
was just us.
Yeah.
It was
Victor.
us.
Yeah, Victor replaced him when he quit.
Yeah. It was us, man, and it was.
Yeah, and it was different because you didn't have to be like, because I mean we sit there, right? We're sitting there working. You got that one dude standing there.
I had him and Anthony mad at me the first day I started working with him.
Remember the first day I met you? When I went to go work for him, I was waiting at the gate.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there waiting.
I was like, who the fuck is this dude?
And then this guy pulls up, right, to go open up the gate. So I get out to go help, because I'm trying to make a hand already,
Yeah.
And he's mad because I'm like touching the gate.
hide the combination.
He started hiding the combination and shit.
I don't know this guy.
And I was like, hey, good morning, man. I'm Abraham. He's like, oh, so you're their cousin, I guess. I'm like, And I was like, man, hey, shit, it's cool. And then he didn't say shit, and he just drove right on in. I was like, all right, well, I'll just drive in and shoot. I don't think you actually said anything to me until it was time for you to get mad at me about something, and then you said something to me. I was like, okay. So now we're cool? Like, no.
You see, but like it's like I would tell Jesse, I'm the old school type that I'm gonna yell at you if I give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna straighten you out because I know I can see that you can do it, and it's gonna make me mad because I know you have more to you than
There's
what
potential.
you just did. Potential. And that's what I would tell Jesse. Like, man, I could see it in you. You just, I guess you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And this and that. And it's like my son even told me, like, well, Dad, why aren't you a business owner and this and that? Like, I guess I'm just like the basketball trainer. I know all those fucking steps that I need to do, but I need Curry. I need Curry to carry us on top,
Yeah.
I need that star to carry us. I can tell you how to do your job.
Yeah.
I can be the football coach, but I need
I need you
as
like,
badass quarterback.
I'm the corner man. I'm not the owner.
Yeah. And I go, that's just like my position, I guess. I can teach you left and right. I go, but I don't know why I'm not that guy up there.
And that's the difference between me and him. I can't teach. I get fucking frustrated.
Yeah.
Fucking frustrated.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, I won't talk to you.
I do too.
I'm just like, I can't do it with you. I want to move on.
I try to show people one time. And
Yes.
if they can't get it that one time, I get fucking frustrated.
Oscar was like, why did you tell Jesse that each wrap of Teflon holds 500 pounds?
Yeah.
I go, because I know you like to see Teflon. And
Yeah.
I would tell him, hey, this is a 3,000 pound line, so it's 500 pounds. Each wrap is 500 pounds. He's like, all right, 500, 1,000, 15.
Yeah.
So you get like 4 or 5 reps on it, and then. And then
I never.
Then you can't tighten that shit up.
Because then Oscar would have to go take shit off and be like, this motherfucker don't even have fucking Teflon on it.
Because to me, I mean, that was enough Teflon for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to me, it was image. The company's got to see that there's fucking Teflon.
They want to see it. Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's tight. It's not. I mean, we got 30 pounds on this line. It's not gonna leak. You know, or like when we're doing like running all the threads in and stuff like that. Get close. I want to see like 2 or 3 10. If you can't bottom that bitch out, at least leave it with 2 or 3 threads left.
Well,
That's it.
we used to fucking work that shit till they bottomed
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
We
you know-
make sure that we were all the way in that motherfucker.
And at the end of the day, it wasn't because of that. It's the image. It's the image that you gotta put that you gotta show the customer that it's like, hey. And that was my forte. The building shit, the doing stuff like that, how I wanted everything done, I could do that all fucking day. Teach somebody, fuck, dude. I got so fucking frustrated. Like, it'd be good. Like, and you're right on the potential part, because when the guy wasn't worth the fuck, I didn't talk to him.
Yeah, maybe.
I was just like, no, you're not gonna be around. You're not gonna last.
Yeah.
There's no point of.
I'm not gonna cold shoulder.
I'm not going to waste my breath on you.
Yeah. Like, there'd be times where we'd be sitting there working. I was like, hey man, go give me a wrench, and then they would go and get the wrench and
You're
come
right.
back.
You're right, because I remember sometimes it was like you were only talking to me. I was like, what about him?
Yeah, because he ain't worth the fuck.
He didn't give a fuck about him.
Sometimes you would send them to the truck to make a fucking tool run for a fucking tool you didn't even need.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, just go. I need you to get away from it. And it sucks because I'm paying you, but this is the fucking. You're not gonna last.
I think the one time that I remember you, RHINO, actually getting, you were mad, bro. When we were fucking breaking flow line apart, we were throwing it on a trailer.
I would have been.
Yeah. And the way he was throwing it on the trailer, it was slapping it back at you because he wasn't in sync with you, one, and he was dropping it first, and then it would pop back up on your end. God damn, I know that pissed you off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember because you said something about it too, and he was like, and you were right. You weren't in the wrong.
No.
You were definitely. I would have been pissed too, because it makes it harder on you.
Yeah, you're just going to get somebody hurt.
Yeah.
You being honest, you not caring is going to get somebody else hurt.
Yeah.
I want to say that was one of the, maybe that time, and one
When I broke my rib.
when you were really mad. Oh my god, that shit was wild.
That dude pissed me off. We were on fucking faggot on the truck, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because
y'all were winners, right?
yeah, we were out in winners. No, we were
Winners.
winners. Yeah, we were loading. We were fucking throwing rods. We spent all day fucking.
We're all driving, me and Abraham quiet, and I turn around and look at Abraham like, thank God that motherfucker didn't know I had a broken rib. Pulled my ass. All he had to do was like, whoop.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was because we were parked right there on that
Piece of
on
shit,
that side,
motherfucker.
and you know, it had the company name on the side of it, and then he put, because in the dirt, because the truck was covered in dirt, he wrote in the dirt, our faggots or something like that, you know,
Because it says horizontal.
Or gay.
or gay or something like that. Yeah, right. But I thought it was funny. It was funny because I walk out and it's on my door on my side, and I was like, damn. I think I turned around and told him, look, somebody knows who we are. You know?
I'm like, what the fuck?
But dude, he got fucking heated immediately. This motherfucker should have never got up. There was a dude sitting right there on the fucking curb, like eating his lunch or something.
Yeah.
He worked there. And he gets up and he starts, oh, guys, I'm sorry, man. I thought it was funny, this and that. And,
Because he saw everyone listening.
well, yeah, because he saw me laughing.
Like,
Yeah.
where's your fucking car? I was like, I don't have one. Like, take your fucking shoes off so I don't fucking scribble all over them. Take that shit off. He's like, oh, damn, man.
I was just kidding, bro. Fuck.
I was fucking pissed.
Yeah, you were pissed. I think you were more pissed because you got hurt. I think you were
Yeah.
mad.
That little dog
I think that's why you were mad.
We're just kind of lingering with the fucking
Fuck
broken
you, man.
rib.
Shit, look at him. Look how fucking. I bet you that's how he was when I was knocked out.
He's not looking at me. He's asleep.
That shit was wild.
What was funny though is that he's like, you were like, oh no, I just hit and I got right back
That's
up.
how I felt. That's what.
And then Abraham was like, nah, you were out.
Yeah, I had to jump off because we were like, See, the racks are like what?
So I remember
the racks are like 4
foot.
foot, and we were another 4 foot up. On
Then
top.
what was that?
Yeah,
On top
because
of
we were
rods?
on top of rods. There was a fucking huge stack of rods. Like we were all day throwing fucking rods. I had to jump off the other side, run back around, and then he was barely like coming back. Like yeah, because he fell on a polish rod. It was solid. It wasn't. There was no give, and he fell on his rib right on that bitch from 4 foot up.
On that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But I remember,
All because of a
remember
stupid
seeing you
dog.
jump off.
You don't remember me jumping off?
No, I remember seeing you jump
You
off
do?
because you jumped from you kind of went down a couple steps and then jumped off. But then that's why it seemed so quick to me. And after that, I remember waking up like
We walked around.
I walked around.
Remember
the racks.
I was like, dude, this, because
He's
you
like,
were
we need to call hospital. Like, he's in New York.
oh yeah, you were in New York. That's right. Yeah, we walked around a minute because I was like, let's walk around. Let's try to let's try to get your breath back. You know what I mean? Before we go and just sit in the vehicle, because then you're compressing all your ribs again when you go sit down. I was like, so that's kind of walk. We walked for a little bit, got back in the truck, and then I was like, call it a day, man. Let's go.
We didn't finish loading.
No.
We continued to load.
Damn, we did.
We did continue to load.
The
Because
fuck
I was
is
with
wrong
one
with
arm.
Oh no, like I was there.
I told
Right.
Abraham, I was like, let me get on that end, because he wanted to get on. You're left-handed,
I had
right?
the easy side.
I
I
did
do
left-handed.
both. I'm ambidextrous.
And then, we call it bisexual. But I was like, let me get on that end so I can use my right hand to throw help you throw the rods on there. And I remember just being like this and throwing the
holy
rods,
shit.
but in my loyalty, I stayed alive for you. I'm like,
So wait for you
I'm
actually
like the
New York.
chick on the Joker.
That shit was wild.
stay alive
That
for
shit was
me.
wild. I mean, do you remember how it happened?
Yeah, you told me. You just said, "Oh shit, look at that fucking dog."
Yeah.
And we're already walking back and forth, and I just turned around, took a step, and it was the wrong one.
Yeah.
That was
Fucking
that
ate
quick.
it after that.
I know. I'm looking at this dog, and I turned back. I'm like, "Hey, where'd you go? I'm like,
Dude, this motherfucker with dogs though. Because I remember I showed up to the yard one morning. And no, in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
that pit bull.
Yeah, there's a fucking pit bull in my yard.
Fucking Trini was all scared. I was like, man, he's hungry. When we feed him, he's gonna be cool. He's like, that's only on movies, right? We fed him. He jumps in the truck.
I was like, y'all picked them up off of 208, right? Going up to Robert Lee, and I'm like, there's a fucking dog in my
Big
yard.
ass pit bull.
that's hilarious.
And Oscar had been wanting a dog,
A yard dog?
a yard dog.
Yeah.
I talked about it.
You had a pit bull.
Yeah, no, I did. I fucking did. I don't even know what happened to that dude.
You know what would be better than a pit bull? That fucking dog we seen in fucking Winters. That was a badass dog.
Man, fuck that dog. He was more dangerous than the pit bull. That little dog. What did he have on? Did he have like a Cowboys helmet on?
He had something. He had something on him. I don't remember what the fuck it was. You remember there was all those bottles of Bud Ice all over the place.
Yeah.
Somebody was getting fucked up over there by that yard.
Oh, shit.
Bud Ice is strong. That's
That yard was, I don't remember
In
what it was.
town.
It was in town.
It was in town.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
No, that's right, because I never went out there. Y'all moved everything out of there. Right?
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. We did
The
that.
broken
Even
rib.
with you with the broken rib, we still did that shit. God
I
damn.
was doing pizza.
Yeah, Oscar was in New York, like, I'm living the best life.
Like, I wish the guys can taste this.
Send pictures and shit. What's wrong with RHINO? Why is he holding his rib?
God damn it.
I remember you called him when we were driving back into town, and you called it. Did you call him or you texted him?
I think we called you when it happened, after it happened, right?
Oh, yeah.
We were coming back into town. Yeah.
It's like, go to the hospital, like, for what? They ain't gonna do shit.
No, and that's sad because they won't. There's nothing
No.
they can do.
For not a broken rib. Yeah.
Fuck broken toe, broken anything.
Man, but there's times I'll be wiping my ass and I just turn a certain way and it hurts right in that area. I'm like, oh goddamn!
Still?
I'm about to break that motherfucker.
Oh, still, really?
No, like
Oh, back then.
no, like still now.
Oh,
like
fuck.
I'll turn in that certain area and I'll feel the pain right there and I'm like, oh man, that
Oh,
probably
shit.
didn't heal
Like it
properly.
did.
Well, Harvey's been closed since 2019, so you're fucked. Statute of limitations is gone.
Fuck, man. I didn't know that.
No.
There's times I
What about when you're having sex? Like, can you hit all the angles right?
Yeah, I'm pretty good
You're
at
still
that.
good at that? All right.
I mean,
That's all that matters.
8 seconds is 8 seconds.
Hey.
Hey,
Riding the bull.
Lane
Riding
Frost
the
that
bull,
bitch.
man. Lane Frost.
It was dangerous for him. It's gonna be dangerous for her.
Fuck, man. You know,
that's just back in the day, man. I miss the camaraderie.
Yeah,
I did.
As hard as it was hard work.
Yeah.
It was fucking hard work. No bullshit. But
It's fine after you left, though.
I was
We got
alright.
power ponies.
I was all right with you motherfuckers. Y'all was just waiting for me to go. I know, man. God damn, I was so mad. I remember seeing that. But I mean, it was good though, man. Like I look back at that time, I'm like, that was a good time.
Oh no, it was a good time.
It was a bitch.
Yeah.
We had long nights. I remember being out there working with fucking headlights off the fucking truck.
Oh yeah, I remember
Like
being out
10 o'clock at night time. We were out there still working.
Anthony would get mad at me. He's like, Rhino, it's fucking drizzling and fucking raining.
Yeah.
It don't matter. We gotta fucking get it
This
done.
shit-
That fool now, man, he'll work through that bitch.
He'll get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. Work. I want to stay out here until it's
Yeah.
fucking done.
I remember being out there freezing fucking cold.
Mm.
We're still out there fucking with poly pipe, and it's fucking cold as fuck. And that shit is a bitch to fuck with when it's cold.
Oh
There-
shit! Tell me about
There
it.
we are.
I got knocked. I had to take Jesse to go get stitches on his
Oh,
lip.
yeah.
Fucking open them up right there. That
Split
bitch
his
caught.
ass open, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They caught me good one time, but it didn't like cut me nothing. It just knocked me the fuck
Hey,
out.
not too long ago, one of the poly lines started leaking out there. It was a return line.
Uh-huh.
And it was leaking at a weld. Yeah, it was at a weld. Well, they called the rustabout crew out there. It took them an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, they went out there, pinched it on both ends. Well, did their JSA,
Oh my god.
pinched it on both ends. You know, make sure everything, all the pressure was gone. Cut the line, let that little 10-foot piece pressure release.
Yeah.
Finish cutting it, shave it, heat it up for like 5 minutes on, I remember it was like 200 degrees.
Yeah.
And then build the lid.
And measure the lid. Do they still measure the
Yeah,
lid?
they measure the lid. That nobody ever touched it. I'm like, hey, just put your nail there.
Yeah, make sure it's
And they're like, no, you gotta wait 5 minutes here. And
Yeah.
then they build
They have to
the
take
lid.
classes.
That's what I was about to say.
It was like an hour
Yeah.
long
That's what I was about to
for
say.
that fucking weld. I was like, what
Yeah,
the
that-
fuck?
There was I remember I got mad at the job I have now. I just got pissed off the other day too, and I was looking for work. But I do that every once in a while. I get mad about shit. I started like looking, what the fuck's out? What else is out there? You know what I mean? Came across this.
Hook me up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fuck.
Came across this job posting. It was a big company. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to, you know.
I think it was.
Oh, yeah, I got this one right here. I'm good.
I'll take one. I think it was Oxy, and they were hiring for in-house polytechs. I was like,
Oh, really?
a polytech? What the fuck is a polytech?
It's warm.
No, let him drink that. It's warm.
Teach him a lesson.
Yeah, but they were hiring for an in-house polytech.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is a polytech? So I click on it, and I'm like, oh my god. I was like, really? This is a guy that does poly work. I was like, we used to do this shit all the time just as a fucking side hustle, really.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And no, but they were required so many hours of class work. And I was like, well, what's involved in this class? And I started looking at this class, and I was like, you guys just made the easiest fucking job out there stupid and difficult for no fucking reason at all. I said, I've yet to have an issue with any of my poly welds. As a matter of fact, if something pops, it's going to be on the actual
On the
line
line.
and not on my weld. It's yet to ever be on my weld. Because the way we would do it. And we didn't need no fucking classes. We didn't need no, we just fucking just went out there and I did it the way you did it. You did it the way he did it. You did it the way your dad probably did it. So that's how we all fucking did it.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you got to take this fucking, you got to take a course, and they give you this little fucking tool, right? That measures, that measures the gap, the size of your lips.
The lip. Yeah.
You know, it's got to reach X amount of temperature for whatever. Then you got to sit there, and you got to shave an X amount off the ends, right? And then when you melt it, you got to time it out. Hey, it's got to melt for this long. Then you pull it apart. And you know how before we used to pull it apart, and then snap it back together?
Yeah.
No. You got to pull it out, count your whatever seconds, and then put it together.
What?
And then once you put it together, you
I
hold.
wouldn't even not even a full second would go by.
No.
As soon as I check it out, boom, it goes right back together again.
Now you have to wait because you have to wait for the tackiness. However, the fucking see. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
What I don't understand is they'll let you do that, right? You'll have to take your classes for that, because how you're fucking gonna weld this bitch. But yeah, you're right. They put the fucking clamps on the line, fucking You're squeezed the fucking the integrity of the fucking poly line already.
Yeah.
You already fucked the line.
Yeah.
Hey, and then they don't want you running over the line with the forklift. I'm like, well, why not? They're like, no, the 18-wheeler, like, oh, the 18-wheeler busted. I go, I busted it because that motherfucker was already weak.
Yeah.
For sure. It wasn't that. These mother, I go, do you, and I told the guys, I was like, do you not know how they fix these? I go, they're fucking metal plates that pinch these lines. And I go, once the job is done, they let go of those fucking metal plates.
Yeah.
I go, they pinch the line to hold the pressure back. Like, no, we don't want no forklifts running over them.
Yeah. You already fucked up the integrity.
Yeah.
If I'm worried about the lines, I just throw dirt over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just gonna just build a mound over it. It's not gonna be a fucking
Yeah.
issue. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it.
But the stupid shit that happens nowadays, bro, it's so fucking dumb.
One of them was trying to tell me that it tore the axle off his truck. I was like, probably because he fucking peeled out on it and got it tangled up. I go, but
Yeah, a bitch ass.
that poly line will fucking buzz before anything.
Fuck that
Yes.
axle.
I go, but they're like, no, we can't run over it. I'm like, no, that's bullshit.
The fucking urban legends that come out that bitch. And I'm like, no, that fucking line, it's plastic, bro. It's fucking plastic.
Yeah.
If it ripped the fucking axle out of your truck, then it was already
Your
a
axle
problem
was
with the truck.
fucked up.
Yeah, you were already fucked up.
The only thing I could see is maybe flattening the line over time if you go over and over and over.
Yeah,
and
over
so
time.
many
Thought the
times,
line is old, yeah.
you know. But that'd be about it.
Yeah. Well, I do miss a camaraderie, and I have thought about it. I thought about it on a bar, just to get that back, just to get the camaraderie back. Where I'm just like, I don't work for myself. It gets lonely.
Oh,
it
for
does.
sure,
It
yeah.
fucking sucks. And then, the only time I have like where I get to actually talk to people are my Wednesdays. Or what to do Wednesdays.
Well, yeah.
You know, of
I
course,
do look forward
yeah.
to these.
we talk on the phone all the time because
What else we have?
yeah, we're literally in the same fucking area.
Yeah. I mean, I've had some.
I don't talk to nobody.
Every once in a while,
Yes.
I'll have somebody come out that works with me, and goddamn, all he does is piss me off all fucking day long.
Yeah.
And it just makes my day fucking longer and shittier. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need you to fucking micromanage me. I'm not fucking. If that was the case, I wouldn't have been working out here for as long as I've been working out here and
Yeah.
everything been doing what the fuck it's doing. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, you know? I've had some serious thoughts this last week, and I think it's just because my anger gets to me. It does. I know that's what it is.
No.
It's just my fucking anger gets to me. I'm just like, fuck you, fuck
Well,
everybody. I'm out of here.
it's hard when you're doing that for so long, right? By yourself. Then some dude shows up out of nowhere and then starts barking orders.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, where the fuck were you when all the other bullshit was going on?
Yeah.
When all my problems.
All
and
the other shit that I took care of.
Yeah. Well, all of
Without
a sudden,
you.
yes, all that's null and void. You just show up out of nowhere and start barking fucking orders.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, man. I get it. I wouldn't fly with it.
Yeah. It rubs me raw as fuck. Like, it shouldn't. And I think about it sometimes. I'm like, is it just me? Am I just being a dick? But then I really like sit here and contemplate the whole situation. I'm like, nah, I'm being micromanaged. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I got to the point where, like, let's just do it your way. When it fucks up, I'm going to let you know.
Yeah.
That's, and I get guys like that, like, no, this is how it gets done. All right, let's go ahead and do it that way.
Yeah.
Because I used to be that way. Nah, motherfucker, we're going to do it my way, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I just got to the point, like,
Yeah. It's just
when it fucks
easier.
up.
It's easier to say I told you so.
Yeah.
It's more gratifying. Because like we have this other shit over here. Hey, he's gonna set all the timers. Okay.
Yeah.
So when production takes a shit, then I'm not gonna say anything. Hey,
Yeah.
did you move? No, I didn't move shit.
Well, the
That's
funny
fine.
thing is that I've had this conversation with our main boss, with all of our boss, about my field. And he was like, man, your field is the one that performs the best because it's consistent. And
Yeah.
we know we can count on it for that. Like, and if shit goes wrong, you're usually going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And if you don't figure it out, then you'll let us know.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, shit, is it bad that I don't fucking... Because I'm not the one that's going to... I'm not the type of person that's going to call you for every little thing I fucking do. I'm like, this is just my job. I'm just going to fucking do it and move along. You know what I mean? Because this is my job. Like, do I need to call you and tell you every fucking time I fix something? Oh, my God. No, that's my fucking job, is to make sure it's not this little thing here. It's the entire thing.
Yeah.
As long as that whole thing keeps operating the way it should, I'm doing my job.
So when I was pumping for Oscar, there was times in wintertime I was like, man, I hope you don't come out here, because I would set the pumps to run at nighttime and rest during the day because it's warmer during the day.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't want no busted lines at night.
Yeah.
And so there'd be times like, all right, I'll be out there tomorrow. Like, God damn, I gotta go change all the fucking tires. So I had a long ass day.
Yeah, and I wouldn't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I don't want to be coming out having a big old fucking leak.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it, he's got to answer to me, but I got to answer to somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, okay, this is what happened. Whatever the fuck, And I kind of get it because I'm with this field right here, right? And I'm like, this is my first time. Well, this winter is going to be my first time with everything running through a collected line.
That's different.
And I'm like, well, what the
What's
fuck,
gonna happen? Yeah.
So I mean, I'm getting my guns ready. Well, I can't see.
16?
No, there's 14 wells total.
14 wells, and they all hit one main line.
Really?
There's one. They're all 2-inch going to the 3-inch trunk line.
Damn.
And from
And
the
then
3-inch
that
go
line
all the
goes
way to
the
the battery. So I'm like, and
That's
that's
just like a manifold that 3-inch.
yeah. There you go. So the problem that I've only had it done twice. I had my lines bust whenever it was too cold. And it's kind of one of those. This guy don't want to hear, hey, I shut wells down because it's going to drop in the freezer.
No.
They don't want to hear that. They want to hear, well, what's my production today?
Yeah, I always set those timers at nighttime. During the wintertime, I'm like, oh, it's supposed to freeze at night. I'm going to change them up a little bit.
The only real thing you could do is cover them all up with dirt, but you got to put at least about a foot, 2 foot over them.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to help because it's already laid out and it's about
It's a lot of line.
Yeah, it's about 1,800 foot.
Yeah.
That's already above the ground. It's done.
It's a lot.
So I'm not gonna fuck with that. I'm just gonna be like, when it gets one of those days that it gets that fucking cold, I'm just gonna shut the fucking lease down. Look, I'm not gonna fucking. There's no point in running it.
Yeah, there's too much risk. It's not worth the cost. Yeah.
I'm sorry you're gonna lose 60 barrels, but hey, this is the way you wanted to run it, not me.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay in there. It's not gonna be on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, but then again,
and there's cows running around that place.
Oh yeah, but
that
man,
could be a whole other issue.
Yeah. No, at the end of the day, I mean, yes, I get it, I understand it, but it's having to explain that to somebody is like, well, that doesn't make any sense, Oscar. And I'm like, well, you weren't out here when I busted the 2 lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it fixed, but it literally caused a big old fucking mess, and I had to get a crew out here to fix it.
And then the cactus it sprayed is the cow's food.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm like, it's just a whole nother fucking animal. What's up?
Do cows get infections when they're eating fucking cactus full of thorns?
No.
It's crazy as fuck. It's crazy because one of the ranchers out here where I'm at, they just released a fuck ton of cows out there. They went straight for that cactus.
Yeah,
and I drove through there one day and they have cactus thorns
everywhere,
all over them, in their face and their tongue and their head, like everywhere. I'm like, dude, is he gonna make it? Because
it's crazy because they usually don't go after the cactus unless there's nothing to eat.
Ooh, so maybe they weren't feeding them properly, yeah.
Or there's not enough grass because there's a lot.
Oh, there's definitely not enough grass.
Yeah,
they were just trying to.
But they're slaughtered.
I know the reason for it.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know the reason why he put the cows over there, because he's hoping that they get into our shit and they die, and then they can be like, "That was my prize cow."
Yeah.
That was fucking bodacious.
Yeah,
relative right there.
$1 billion cow right there.
That was Red Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Generation.
But I mean, I don't know who knows. The camaraderie. I miss the camaraderie.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
And I have been trying to. I think about it all the time. How do I mitigate that? Because the older I get, the more I just want to hang around people that I don't like.
Where we can all work together.
Fuck that. We're too old for that. We're the old guys out there trying to
run the pumping.
No, this is it right here. This is it right here.
Yeah,
this is it right
here.
This. I don't think I want to stop doing the podcast just because this keeps us engaged with our friends.
Yeah.
I don't know any other. What am I gonna do? Come out to the lease. Let's have a fucking. Let's drive around.
Well, this is the only time me and Abraham communicate because he don't respond to none of my texts.
Bro,
hold on.
I do it because I know it gets on y'all nerves.
I can't keep up.
I'm like, oh my god.
Listen to this shit.
I have to put my phone on silent when I go to bed because I'm like, this motherfucker is not gonna. I'm sitting there late. I forgot one day, bro, and I'm sitting there late. And I heard this ding, ding.
To me, I'm sitting there thinking like it's 3 a.m. Oscar's probably awake. Abraham's asleep. Fuck it.
I'm not mad about it. Hey man,
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to stop.
I'm sure
But
April was like,
I'll check.
"Motherfucker, your phone."
No, she already knows. I'll check a few of them, but goddamn, I can't keep up, bro. Because
No.
like sometimes I wake up.
Bored, bro.
What I might do is I might check 3 of the ones of the when I check it, the 3 last ones that you sent me.
Yeah.
But I won't check all of them because sometimes there'll be 20 or 30 of
Yeah.
them, bro. And I'm like, there's no fucking way.
I just found this about TikTok. You send me 100, it resets back to 33. You know what I mean? That like Jesse's, his has reset so much that like he'll send me, it'll reach 100 videos, and then all of a sudden it's like it's no longer 99, it's 33.
Yeah. He sends them on the What to Do page
Yeah.
too, and I'll check the What to Do page.
Me
And I'm
too.
like, this one. Or, yeah, you too. Like both of these motherfuckers.
He'll send the same ones on the Instagram. He'll send it to me and the What to Do. So I get ding ding
Yeah.
ding ding.
I try to clear them out because usually on the What to Do, I'm waiting on responses from people that we've reached out to for
Important.
guests. In porn, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I need to clear these out because we're waiting on responses and shit. So it looks like we have a message that's waiting, and I'm like, it needs to be cleared out. And then it'll be RHINO again. God damn it.
Man, like last night, right?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Was
And then
I don't know how I got into Instagram and there was nothing but like fatality shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even
Fatality.
look this up. Like, yeah, it's just like guys
Oh,
people getting hit
yeah,
by a
yeah.
car and
I've had that happen on
mangled
mine.
shit. Like you have to continue to watch the
Yeah.
video or not
I've
watch
had some
it.
shit come up on my Instagram and it's people getting stabbed, like in Colombia
Like, I'm gonna
or
send
in
this to-
Peru or something like that. Like motherfuckers just walking around the street, somebody just gets randomly stabbed.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they got caught on video.
You
Like,
want to get some like real good shit? Get on Twitter, motherfucker, bro.
On
That-
Twitter? Oh man, I've been wanting to download Twitter.
It's different, bro. Because it's literally it's everything.
I haven't been on there in a while. I've had one.
Yeah, you'll catch videos like that, fucking porn. It's everything. It's fucking
Wide open,
Oh,
huh?
it's a wide open.
West.
Yeah,
It's fucking Wild West.
bro.
Should we be posting?
People
What to
talking
do?
shit.
Does What to Do
Listen.
have a?
Yeah, we have a Twitter. I haven't posted anything on there.
It's
'Cause
scary,
I'm like,
right?
no, it's
We can't match y'all. Y'all
they're
are
like,
killing
oh,
people.
this shit sucks.
I've honestly tried to download y'all's
Like, y'all are killing
videos.
people.
Download y'all's videos onto my,
You want me to send you videos? I'll send you videos.
I'm trying to download y'all's videos so I can put it on my fucking on my TikTok and shit. Cause
Okay.
I get at least 100 views a night or whatever,
Okay.
shit like that. But man, it's just I can't.
Why not?
I guess I need another phone or something, another,
Yeah.
an iPad or something,
Oh.
so I can record there and then post it and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it is. It's a lot of extra shit.
And I
That's
think-
the weird thing about it. It's like they require.
Well,
like when I'm trying to go from.
I was trying to download y'all's video on YouTube.
Okay.
And I that way I can post the video. But other
Oh,
than
you
that-
want the whole video?
Yeah, and other than that, I can just it's just gonna be voices. If I do that
Oh,
to
okay.
take
I don't know if that'll work like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's just like I said, I'd have to record it and then post
And
it.
then- oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or go live right now.
Yeah, because I was wondering, you
I
can't
could probably
take-
send you a clip.
Yeah.
What if I send you a clip?
Probably.
Like a 10-minute clip. So that's the thing. That's the next thing I'm working on. As soon as I get this one thing worked out first.
Right.
The next thing I'm working on
is
is clips. I want to start making like 10-minute clips. When I do that, I'll send them to you, and then you can just post them to whatever the fuck you want.
Because I got y'all had some good podcasts, and I'm like, God damn, man, I want to post this shit.
Yeah.
This last this last year has ramped up really good. I look at our analytics and I'm like, you can see at the beginning where it's all kind of like just looks like a heart rate monitor.
Yeah.
And then this last year, everything's just been up here,
Yeah.
and it just stays up here. Like the heart rate monitor just gone up and it just stays up.
Yeah.
Which I hope it keeps saying
So
like
actually,
that, you know.
heart rate up.
Thank you everybody for listening. I know
Yeah.
not
Who's your
everybody's
homeboy?
into
Who's your homeboy that keeps coming on?
David.
David.
and
I don't want to hear this no more.
Oh shit.
I like he's eating tuna again.
I know. That so
But I love his fucking.
he's
I
got,
love
yeah, he's got some
good
great
shit,
fucking
man.
stories, yeah. So and he's definitely he is part of this whole thing, and I think the way we're trying to focus it is like he's gonna be our in and out guy. Like he's gonna be here on some of them. He's not gonna be here on every one of them, but he'll be here on a lot more than everybody else. You know what I mean? So
Well, 'cause
he brings a lot to the table.
Yeah.
I could already tell, like he'll get quiet, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, he's about to do it. And sure enough, like, I'm like, he's gotta be eating tuna again.
Bro, he'll bring a jar of peanut butter.
Oh
over
yeah,
there.
no,
That's
yeah.
probably what it is.
And I'm like, dude, how are you eating that? And he's like, oh, just a spoonful at a time.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorites out there.
Yeah.
I like this and that, dude.
Yeah, David's great, man. I like David. Matt Contreras, the guy that we had.
Matt,
Yeah,
he's good.
dude, he loves the shit out of David.
Yeah.
I think he wanted us for David.
I think so.
He didn't really care.
He's not
about
still-
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Dang,
it. He's like, bring David, please.
See, before Matt showed up, he texts me. He's like, "Hey, I'm downstairs, right?" So I get up and I'm gonna go. By the time I get up, man, fucking, he's doing push-ups. David's doing.
Oh,
push-ups.
yeah, David was getting it.
He's trying to get a pump in before Matt got up here, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Well, he's trying to get amped up for it.
Uh,
Like that's his thing. Like, you know, like if I was to drink a Red Bull, David's like, I'm gonna do fucking 50 push-ups, and he fucking amps him up. That's his
that's
Red
his
Bull.
deal.
Yeah, that's his Red Bull. I get it. I've done it before, but
Yeah, no.
David's got some motherfucking stories.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that he said that's not recorded, that's not in the podcast.
I've got some stories, man. I just don't think I can.
Well, you could say them, but
I don't know.
you know if you can say them. Like
I don't-
you know.
No, he
I don't
doesn't.
think so.
You don't know if you can say them. Come on.
Cause
You have a slight
you know,
filter.
I've had stories where like I've just pulled like we go to.
David
you know,
doesn't have a filter. I
being
think you have
young-
a slight filter.
Being young, you know, we'd go to fucking Acuña to go party, especially New Year's shit. You know, I've got stories with, you know, fucking pulling over girls' pants, just random, just finger them and people be recording, stuff like that. But man, there's just some other stories that happen in Acuña that,
Yeah.
Oh, Acuña, that's a different world, man.
you know, yeah, that I can't
What-
just say.
What's your favorite memory about Acuña? Non-sexual.
Non-sexual? Well, I remember one time they were gonna try to steal my car, and I was drunk as fuck, and the cops pulled me over. And I look at this dude, and he's just in this regular outfit, and he's all like, "Hey, you know, you're driving on the, against the one way and this and that." I was like, "I know, man. I was going to a motel in Las Vegas. It's right there." I took a wrong turn. I'm a block away, which I was.
Uh-huh.
I was just gonna pull into there. That's where I'm staying at. He goes, no. We need to take you to the doctor to, see how drunk you are. Like, no, I'm fucked up. You don't need to take me to the doctor. I'm like, well, at least just, let me get back on this other road and go. Because other than that, I'd have to make a big old fucking turn and wrap around.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. And then he's like, scoot over because we're gonna take you to that doctor to get you tested. And me, I'm like, bullshit. Because this is Mexico. You ain't gonna take me to no fucking doctor. And I look over and there's somebody standing on the passenger side with regular clothes. And this dude's like, no, and he's fucking pushing me. So I finally jump over. I'm like, man, see, something's about to happen. And he taps on my window on the passenger side, and sure enough, I roll down the window, and boom, he fucking punches me. And when he punches me, I kind of like saw it coming, so I went with it, and I pushed the driver back out of the driver's door. It was still open. And I pushed him out, so I'm stomping on him. I'm holding on to my door in the top of my car. I had a Dodge Spirit at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I'm fucking just stomping on him with fucking pointy-ass boots, too.
Hell yeah.
And this dude jumps over the hood of my car. And I grab him in the head. I throw him down. This other guy's trying to crawl away to get up or whatever. And I just kick him straight in the asshole. And he fucking flies
And this
forward.
is your favorite story?
Yeah. He flies forward like 5 feet, bro. And these boots, my dad had gave me, he had bought them.
These boots for kicking assholes.
Hell yeah.
I don't
Metal
remember.
tip and shit.
Yeah.
I was little when he bought them in Juarez, and they were his favorite boots. And now I was a grown ass man. I guess like 15 years, 20 years went by.
Yeah.
I'm wearing them now, and
Goddamn,
they
those
were
were good
beige.
boots.
They were beige boots, and the next day I'm looking at them. They're fucking, that left one was covered in blood, and I was like, I only remember kicking that dude in the ass. That's what it's got to be from.
You still have those boots?
No, I went to try to get it buffed out. Oh, because
I would have kept them with the blood on them.
you can hear they would go around with the speakers, right? And they'd be like, "Hey, we're looking for a suspect and this and that," announcing it so everybody can hear.
Old ATVs right there.
Yeah.
I was with my first ex-wife, and I was like,
Yeah.
"We gotta go," because she saw me. She was like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Nothing. Why?" She's like, "You're covered in blood." And I was like, "No, nothing happened." And shit, the next day that I sober up, I'm like, "Oh shit," I had to get some more coke in my system. And shit, we tried to get it buffed out, and I'm like, "No," I told that guy, like, "You can have them." And like, "Oh, I'll just paint them both red." That's was burgundy. After he tried to clean it, it stayed burgundy or whatever. I just walked across the street, bought some shoes, and came back home. But I got worse stories than that.
That was your favorite story, though.
That was the cleanest one that I could.
God
tell.
damn, bro! I have some good stories of Acuna.
We need to bring him back with David.
Jesus Christ! You know what? I almost told David. I almost called David. I'm like, man, it would be pretty cool to have David and RHINO in here at the same time. So I bet the stories will be ridiculous.
I can relate to a lot of his stories.
Right? We'll do another one with both of y'all.
I just never been a stripper.
Bro, he's got some.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. You're still young. You're still young. Dude, fucking.
But not like
all of my memories of Acuna are fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. None of them were violent. It was just fucking.
You know, we went to the whorehouse one time up on the hill, and they had swinging doors.
The donkey show?
Yeah. Well, this time it was me and my cousin. And his wife, she seen me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, this motherfucker's here."
Here we go.
But me, I'm trying to party there at his house. Let's fucking shut the block down, get some meat, this and that. No, let's go downtown. All right, let's go. But she hated me because it was me that took him downtown. Yeah. And one time we went to the fucking La Sierra, or what would they call it? Anyways, we went up to the fucking strip club up on the hills, and there's two buildings. And we went to the one on the right, and that one had swinging doors. And we're there drinking beer and shit, and the fucking guard's all like, "Hey," he goes, "you need to fucking spend money." And we have bottles like this, and we've only been there like 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And we're fucking got Coke on the table and shit. And next to us was that bench where all the hookers, all the girls would sit, so you can go pick them up and fuck them in the back or whatever, you know? And you got girls dancing. And I was like, man, we are spending money, you know, we're drinking shit. And I didn't want no problem. Like, you want some, Coke and shit? Like, no, I'm not good, this and that. And he's like, you're just a fucking Chicano. And he fucking hits me and I'm sitting on the stool, and he hits me on the back, and I'm looking at my fucking cousin, and my cousin's like, nah, he's blood, he's telling me Spanish. And he kind of backs off, and then all of a sudden I feel another push. I was wearing a hat, and I fucking stand up, I turn around, I turn my hat back, backwards because it gave me more power.
Yeah, it's like turning on the machine.
Yeah, I honestly did. I fucking got up, and I was like, motherfucker, turn my head around, and then sure enough, I was like, man, Uncle, you touch me one more motherfucking time, and I had my finger in his face the whole time, and it's on, and sure enough, he fucking grabs my finger in the phone. I just fucking put a pound into his face. I hit him like 2-3 times. He fell on the ground, knocked him out. I told my cousin, like, man, fuck this shit. Let's go back downtown. Let's go to the Central. And as we're walking out, we're walking in front of those girls that are sitting down, and I can just see their faces, and they're like, oh shit, like something's gonna hit them. Sure enough, I turn around, this motherfucker's coming at me, so I grab him, slam them on where they're sitting at, landed on some of them, but I gave them a couple more poundings, and I told them, I go, stay there, or we're fucking leaving. I go, stay there, motherfucker, it's gonna get worse for you. On the way out, my fucking cousin's like, hey, watch out, because my cousin's behind me. He goes, hey, watch out, and I turn around, and this dude like boxing up. My cousin's coming through, I punch him, this dude goes back and hits the back of his head on that swinging door. And everybody's like, habla de los soldados, call the soldiers.
And
like,
this
oh,
is a good
shit. That was another good time.
But son of a bitch.
And so we're leaving, and my cousin's like, hey, this is the entrance way, because there's an entrance way one way and the exit one way. I was like, fuck that, the soldiers are going to be coming up the exit. And sure enough, there are like 3 of them on 4-wheelers hauling ass the fucking exit, and we're going down the entrance. Like, fuck, man, let's go hide out. And then there you go, hearing on the fucking news that, something happened at the fucking bar.
Yeah.
But
we're looking for a Chicano.
That wasn't us.
Everybody knows Chicano over there. Like, that whole fucking, it was cool, man. Like, that was Boys Town, where y'all were at. That's
Boys Town, yeah.
And it's a whole fucking, this is like a little street and shit, but there's like little bars and shit all up and down. And they're all whorehouses and fucking bars and whatever. But, bro, there's some crazy shit that happens over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fucking wild ass place. Like, that's almost, it's not lawless, but it's damn near lawless. Like, you get away with a lot of fucking shit there.
Money.
I remember going there one time, actually, my first time going there, sitting down at the bar. I put my beer bottle, and they were like Coronitas, so they're a little bit smaller. No. Yeah, I had Coronitas, but then I had they had Budweisers. And I'm like, fuck, I'll take a Budweiser. So I got a Budweiser, and it's actual regular full-size Budweiser. I take a big drink out of it, and I set it down. The next chick comes out and she's walking across around the stage and shit, you know. And I turn around and I'm talking to my friend, and then I turn back and my beer's gone. I'm like, where the fuck did my beer go? And I look up and she's got my beer inside her pussy. She fucking just squatted down over my beer, picked it up, and stood up and started walking back around.
Exercises right there.
Yeah, this is a fucking...
I fucked the chick with the Budweiser beer bottle before.
That was her!
I almost lost that bitch too. I was like gripping to the end of that bitch.
Dude, that shit was crazy. I was like, and then, well, here's the crazy part. She comes
We gotta
back.
find these bitches,
Dude,
man.
this is a boys' town though. She comes back around, sits, squat, not sits. She squats back over,
Fills it back up.
and no, fuck. Honestly, damn. Now that you say that, I don't remember if she did or not. She squats back down and sets my beer bottle right back in the same spot and stands up and then walks off. And I'm like,
Abraham's like, where's the salt?
I need another beer.
I said I wanted this dress.
I didn't want cheese on this. Why is there cheese on this? God damn it.
There's a ring of cheese.
There's a ring of cheese on here. Yeah, no, I ordered another beer, bro. Cause fuck that. I don't, the fucking donkey show's coming up next. What the fuck? Hell no.
I went to the club like in 2002, the strip club there in Medessa. The one that's by the railroad tracks. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm not too much into strip clubs. But the crew wanted to go.
Rick's?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we went to the strip club and it's bring your own.
They're all by the fucking railroad tracks.
I didn't know it was bring your
I
own
was
beer.
in church at that time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And we ordered, got some beers and shit. It was like fucking $4 or $5 at this time, a fucking beer can. And I fucking got mine on the edge of the bed, on the edge of the table, and this fucking black chick, big old ass, good looking black chick, comes over and shit's all dancing in front of me and shit. Turns around, grabs my fucking beer that I only took one swig out of, and crushes it with her ass. Man, I almost had a fist fight with this bitch. They had to get me out of that motherfucker. Like, buy me another fucking beer, bitch. Oh man,
It's part of the show.
It was, it was awesome.
That's pretty
now,
fucking wild though.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like crushing a beer fucking.
That's what I'm saying. It was
ass.
awesome now, but at that moment I was like, that's $5 fucking you just crushed, bitch.
I just went for that. I just come off the rig. That's a lot of money.
But that was another one that I almost got kicked. Well, I get kicked out.
Why is it all violence with you? You're violent.
I used to be real violent.
You have a lot of violence. But those are your good memories. You're like, my good memories are violence.
Well, I guess because that's all that I have left. I don't know.
Violence and
Little
mayhem.
memories.
Yeah, what?
But nothing happens much anymore. I mellowed out, and
Yeah.
like I said,
You got
I'm
an
not gonna
extra
argue
system,
with
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Don't want to fight no more. I probably couldn't even fucking last 30 seconds.
I'll run out of breath.
Hell yeah.
I can't. The other day I was working on something and I was fucking wrenching. I had my pipe vise out on my little stand on the back of the truck and shit, and I was fucking putting together some shit. And I was like, fuck, what the fuck, man? Shit. I used to fucking do this shit all fucking day.
You look stocky.
Every fucking day. I don't think I do. I don't feel like I do. Shit, man. Not like the way I did when we all worked together. That was different. That was a
different strength.
Yeah. Back then we would go to this tank battery. They had a dent in the side of it. We're like, I need somebody to go in there and swing this fucking hammer at it all day long. See if we can knock that dent out of it. I was like, I'll do it.
Let's go.
Fucking, I was in there all fucking day long swinging a fucking hammer at a fucking dent. I think I was mad about something though, so I was like, yeah, I can take some frustration out all day.
Yeah.
But not a hammer, a sledgehammer, like a 20-pound fucking sledgehammer. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah,
Remember when we used to have to grab it and touch the tip of our nose?
Touch our
Did you ever do that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. But I watched a lot of people try and do it.
I was able to do it.
Were you? I just watched people do it. I was like,
I could do it. I can't do it now. Ain't no
No,
fucking way.
I used to have another one.
When I was working Derek's on the drilling rig, and we would get a new floor hand, I'm like, hey, you need to pick up this fucking bag of the starch and pick it up over your head. And as soon as they would get over their head, I would fucking slice it, and it would just drop all over them. I'm like, all right, man, you got to clean up this mess. I'll see you later.
Use diesel. I would tell them to use diesel.
Fuck! Holy shit!
Y'all are dicks.
You can't wash that shit off.
Yeah.
You get it wet, it's sticky and slimy and shit.
You have to throw everything away.
Yeah.
And then what was this?
It was
Starch.
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 50
Yeah,
pound
starch.
50-pound stack of starch.
Was it even 50? That was light.
Maybe 25.
I had another one.
I don't care. It's a fucking sack of starch.
Yeah. I had another one where it had the broom, and I get the tom die, and I tell the guys, I'm like, I bet you can't, with one hand you can't pick up that fucking the broom, the tom die off the ground over there with the broom.
Yeah.
And I'd show them how to do it, and I'd get down and fucking lift it up, and then they'd go like, it's just a tom die, it's a broom. They'd go in there like, what the fuck? Like, you can't fucking do this shit. Some of them could, if they had that forearm strength, but other than that,
Most people couldn't.
Yeah, they couldn't do it.
I used to put I used to go to the rig that I worked at when it was H&P. They had phones everywhere, and it was like an intercom system.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would go down to the phone on the pits, and I would fucking put a little ring of fucking grease around the earpiece.
Yeah.
I'd go back up to the driller shack, and I'd sit in the driller shack and just wait for a minute. And I'd fucking pick up my phone and be like, hey, pick up on the pits. Somebody go down there and fucking grab the phone real quick because I think it's serious, and then fucking slam that bitch in their fucking ear. And then be like, fuck! And I would just be like, damn, got him and shit. And they had fucking they had grease all in their fucking ear. I'm like, yeah.
They would leave the gloves in the doghouse, and I'd get the grease gun and go through each fingertip, put a squirt in each fingertip.
I did it with pipe dope one time, and I got in so much trouble.
In the gloves?
Yeah, because
we would do it in the boots.
But once you put it in the fucking, like, once you get it pipe dope,
yeah,
it goes everywhere. I was like, fuck, I fucked
man.
up. There was pipe dope everywhere because you can't wash that shit off of you, man. It's
shit, my boots would piss me off, man.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
$300 boots, fuck
Put
every
dope
man.
in
Oh
boots.
yeah.
Fuck, I'd be fighting somebody.
Yeah.
One time
Fucking
when I
boots
was
are like that's
That's and some people don't understand, right? They're like, oh, these boots are whatever, I'm wearing $300 boots and I'm treating them like absolute shit.
Yeah.
Fuck your Louis Vuittons. Fuck
Yeah.
fuck your name brand, designer brand fucking shoes that you get.
I'm buying $300 boots to fuck up.
Yeah,
I'm buying them to fuck
at
up.
least
Just
2 to
comfort.
3 times a year.
Yeah.
Depending on how bad the work is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you would go how much does a pair of fucking Red Wings cost? $350 bucks?
300.
Back in the
If you're
day,
gonna
it was
get
like
the good ones.
200.
Yeah, but it's 300.
Back in the day.
It's 300.
Yeah.
And those are non-insulated. You want the insulated ones? You're paying like 400.
Oh yeah, like my Ariats would cost me $300.
The
Easy.
The Pecos ones, maybe. Those are the ones that I still buy them to this day. You can't beat them.
No,
You can't
you
fucking
get
beat
your
them.
money's worth on those.
Yep.
Oh, the Red Wings, Pecos.
The Pecos
Red
ones,
Wing
yeah.
Pecos, yeah.
I've never owned a pair of Red Wings.
No.
Never have.
How have you made it this long? No wonder you have back
work.
problems.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Man, I started buying these James something. Those motherfuckers, they last a good while.
Have you ever tried Double X or Twisted X?
Twisted X? Yeah.
My brother tells me that they're good. I've yet to try them.
I haven't tried the working ones. I have a pair of going out boots.
They run small, man. If you got small feet,
Really?
they're good, but they don't make it like because I wear a double E,
Yeah,
extra
double E.
wide.
That's a wide one, yeah.
But Twisted X
They do
runs
make a
tight.
double E.
Yeah, they do, but they run tight.
I've never had them. My brother tells me about them. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I stay with my tried and true, which is Red Wings. I have tried Ariats, but I always end up back with
Yeah.
Just
That's
can't
the-
beat them, man.
Yeah,
I can't fucking beat
it's
them.
the only one I've ever had that were fucking so comfortable. Were Ariats. What's got Justin's? Fuck Justin's. I
No,
cannot
they're
get
terrible.
Justin. Oh,
Yeah, they don't last.
Twisted X. I think the one you're talking about. I can't remember what the fuck they're called, but it ends with a T. It's like a James and then like a Thornton or something like that.
James Avery.
Yeah, no. I came with because they look like rugged boots, man. They look like they're well made, but they're uncomfortable. God damn, they're uncomfortable.
I like them. That lasted a good while.
Always.
Even with the brine water, man. I was like, God damn, I have to get this shit
Which
off.
ones?
It's James something. It's a sister with area. It's right under them. It's James something, man. And I got them in the truck, but I can't remember the last name. But man, that's a good boot.
Pretty
right
good
there.
boot.
I like them.
The only ones that I've ever actually had that lasted was Red Wings, and then there was a knockoff Red Wing. It was still Red Wing brand. They were still part of Red. Like if you went to the Red Wing store, they still carried them. They were just not as expensive as Red Wings. Something Setter, Irish Setter, or some shit like that. You don't remember those?
No.
They were okay.
Like a winter boot or what?
No, it's just they had everything exactly the same as Red Wing.
Yeah.
Like all the same boots and everything. It was just a different name brand, and it was just like a little bit lesser quality.
Okay.
You know, that's all it was. But I tried them one time and I was like, nope. I just right back to Red Wings. I can't find anything else that's on that level. There's nothing on that level. Like they are what they are. You know.
Once you find a boot that you like, man, it's better just to stick with that because goddamn.
I could run track in Red Wings.
Shit, we used
No bullshit. I could run some fucking stairs and shit, fucking all over that fucking location.
Yeah. I think the reason I never bought them because everyone else had them.
Fuck. I didn't
for
care.
comfort. I mean, they were comfortable.
They were worth it.
Yeah.
They were worth it. I saw it like.
Your feet wouldn't. So even though they weren't the water resistant ones, waterproof ones, you could step in puddles all fucking day. Your feet wouldn't go wet.
Mm-hmm. They even had like an oil you can put on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it would help them stay waterproof. And you can get the waterproof ones, but I mean, fuck, buy that oil. Put that oil on every day.
Yeah.
Right. No, fucking, you can't go wrong. I couldn't. No, those are the ones. I still wear them to this day. I know they make square toes. Have you tried the square toes?
For women?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I heard they make square toes now.
See, the ones I have are square toes, but it's that other James song.
James Avery.
James Avery.
Nah, I mean, Wolverine, y'all need to get out of the boot game.
Oh no, bro.
Wolverine don't last long.
Fuck, no, they suck.
Gonna get a month out of those
I
motherfuckers.
tried them when I was working with you. I was like, God damn, I already busted these bitches. I'm too heavy for these motherfuckers.
They just need.
Remember, I had those Red Wings. They were made out of Kevlar. I think it's when I first started working for Harvey's. I had just come off the rig. I was working. It was like a olive green and black.
Oh yeah,
and then they had like black on the heel and black on the toe. And your buddy Ben was working with us, and he was talking shit. He was like, "Those are like space boots and this and that, whatever." And I was like, "Motherfucker, these boots will fucking run all over you. Like these are man's boots, buddy."
That they were big. Right?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're wearing, but these are man's boots. I had those boots for like 4 fucking years, bro. Those boots were fucking badass. I don't even think they make those anymore. I'm like, why did they stop making them? Because they lasted 4 fucking years. They're like, no, I'm sorry, these lasted too long.
I had a pair of Aeriots that looked just like that. They had that like I said, black shit on.
Yeah, it was a Kevlar.
Yeah, bro, they didn't last. The Aeriot,
those Aeriots didn't last.
Shit, no, it probably lasted me 3 months, 3-4 months.
These motherfuckers, they were some working ass boots right there. They don't make them no more.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna go around. If they make a square toe, I'll look at them.
Square toes are nicer. Yeah, for sure.
Make one.
Oh, a square toe boot.
You got skin. You still have that skin?
The elephant skin?
Damn, that'd be the way to go. Elephant skin.
I gotta make some. I need to make some.
I'm gonna go use it. I'm like, hey, I must be railroad. Got some dick skin back there.
Dick
skin. Yeah, fuck it.
Like, you want boots? Like, no, just hit me with them in the face.
Just hit me with some elephant dick right in the face. Yeah, no, they're still there. I haven't gone and made the boot yet.
Yeah, it was going on 10 years though.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I just haven't. I mean, it's just
just so y'all know, they're nah.
Yeah, no, there's still a good chunk of fucking elephant hide there. So.
Really?
Yeah. Elephant dick.
How is he? Is he still riding along?
The old man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's still there, man.
Same old.
Same old. He's recently divorced. He was telling me the story, man. He came across. He was in London in a bar, and he met 10 models, man. Now he I think he's dating 2 of them, and takes the rest of them on trips wherever they go. Like he did this factory trip with what is the goddamn? He's the son of Benelli, Petto. How do you fuck you say his name? Well, anyways, they were going and checking out other factories. He's doing a whole Europe tour, checking out these factories.
Damn.
So that's what he did here not too long ago, a few months back.
You gonna be a pumper in Europe?
Oh man, he invited me to go to Africa. He's like, "All right, just get to Botswana, I'll take care of the rest of it." But I'm like, man, I'm not going to Africa.
Why not?
Ah, man, I got no business over there.
You kill an elephant.
Yeah, that just seems like.
You come back and like, who else has done it?
Yeah, true. But I mean, there's no interest for me to go over there. Like none at all. You know, so yeah.
I was gonna get to drill out there one time for this one company.
Out in the Congo, right?
It was I think it was a little bit of north of South Africa. That we're gonna go, but they were warning us about how bad it can get, and
yeah,
we
that's what I heard.
20 fucking shots before we went, and company just I guess wanted to, or I think their government backed out.
Yeah. Because I'm like, hey, I don't know where he lands or where he comes in, right? But I'm like, I'm flying in with general public. I'll take another. So yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to be flying in. I mean, if I want to fly in, fly me in. Fly me into where you're flying in.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around the fucking general public, especially around there. And I don't know what the fuck. I don't know the language. I don't know what the fuck I want to get into. You know, Amy's all like, we should go, and I'm like, yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck
Why
that.
not? Just go.
I just have there's too much bad shit, man. And then like you have to get your shots and shit
Yeah.
too, you know, to get your malaria shots. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I didn't even get the COVID shot. I don't want anything extra in my fucking body that I don't need.
True.
And yeah, I mean,
I was gonna get the shots. I wanted to go. I was like, hell yeah, let's go drill some fucking holes in Africa.
yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, have your little African babies out there.
African rhinos.
So I yeah, it's on the back burner, man. I don't think I mean, honestly, I don't think I'll ever do it. I'm not gonna go. Cause yeah, fuck that.
Go.
Nah. I mean, it would be cool to go.
So go.
BC?
No, fuck that.
If you just said it would be cool to
It
go,
would be
no.
cool to go, but there's no reason. For me
Have you
to
not
go.
watched Blended?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that didn't get filmed in Africa.
That was in San Antonio.
Right, yeah.
In the zoo of Dallas and shit.
Terry Crews, right? Blended.
Blended, yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Terry, well, he's the singer.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Adam
okay.
Sandler and
That's right. Jennifer Aniston. No. God damn it. Drew Barrymore.
Drew. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it would be fun, but I got more interest in going to other places. I'd rather go like Tokyo. I want to hit the fucking markets. You know.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool as shit.
Tokyo would be cool.
My son and my daughter-in-law, they were like wanting to go to Tokyo a couple of years ago, but
Uh-huh.
then they started looking into other places like woods, you know, and shit like that. 'Cause they like hiking.
Yeah, oh, dude, yeah.
They like hiking and
I
shit.
have an interest in the Philippines. It just seems it's
Thailand, I'm imagining.
No, Thailand's
your boys' trip.
Well, Thailand is a different country. The
Yeah.
Philippines is another country. Like
What's in the area, right?
I don't know how close they are,
No,
but I just know Thailand's one country, Philippines is another country. But Philippines apparently is like more coastal. Like it's like several different islands.
Mhm.
As for Thailand, it's just like
No, it's connected to something.
yeah, it's like almost it's not landlocked, but it's kind of landlocked, and then it has like a coast to it, you know.
Yeah.
Versus the Philippines are islands.
I mean, either way, it'd be cool just to go. I find more interest in doing that than going to Africa.
You wanna go to
Because, no, fuck no. I'm good.
Egypt is in Africa.
Yeah, I want to go to
You don't wanna go to
You
Egypt?
don't want to go to Egypt?
I do. I want to go see those fucking pyramids.
Cool. There's some here. Fuck. There's some in
Yeah, but
Mexico.
the government won't let you go see them. Well, Mexico, yes,
Yeah,
they will,
Mexico.
but the U.S. government, you can't.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. My fucking time here is so finite. Fuck. I'm not going to... Even if I go see
wanna
the
go to Peru.
pyramids.
I would like to go to Peru. I want to see
The Nazca lines.
the Nazca lines, and I want to see the what's that other place called?
Göbekli Tepe.
No, that's not. That's in.
not there.
That's in the Middle East somewhere. Saudi Arabia, maybe.
Yeah.
No. What the fuck is it in Peru? Machu Picchu.
Oh, okay.
Machu Picchu. Yeah, that's in Peru. But that you got to go hiking. You got to
Yeah.
go. You got to
You
go
gotta
hiking.
hike that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure it'd be cool as shit, but like the hiking stuff, like there's places here, man. Up north Texas. I'm sure if they like hiking, I'm sure they've been to some of those. Like the one that catches my eye, man, Zion. You know, Anthony brought it up
In
and I'm
Utah.
like, in
That's
Utah.
not- yes, Utah.
Then I happened to look at some pictures, man. It's pretty fucking nice up there. I mean, it'd be cool to go. I hope he goes.
Enchanted Rock is just outside of Austin. That's actually a pretty cool place.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to hike to that too. You can't. Yeah.
That ain't too bad, though.
Yeah.
You ever been there?
Yeah.
I never.
We went to Garden of the Gods in Colorado.
Oh, that's
That's
beautiful.
the best. I mean, that's like the only main hiking that I've done.
I've been
And
there when
that
I was a
awesome.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a cool ass place, man.
I think I've been to it.
Don't ever eat at the
Austin.
fucking Ross. Don't ever eat at the restaurant there.
Really?
The fucking personal pan pizza was like fucking $15.
Oh, yeah, that whole state is expensive.
The
It's
fucking
expensive.
water bottle was like $5.
Yeah, there's one, and I've been on the fence about it, and I kind of want to do it this fall, maybe in October, maybe November. Go to the fucking McDonald's Observatory in Big Bend. And
Oh,
Alpine,
that'd be
is it the Alpine? Somewhere out there in that direction.
That would be cool. You got to pick the right time, year. That way you get a clear sky.
Yeah, just go through a new moon. Go up there and just. I want to go check that out because when we went, dude, it was badass. And of course, we were down. We were in the. Goddamn, I'm trying to think what it is because we were staying at a hotel in the mountains, but it wasn't that high up. You know, we were in Big Bend, but I want to take that trip and go to McDonald's Observatory, drive up there, hike all the way up there.
Is it white? The hotel?
Yes.
Man, I just came across a TikTok on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that'd be badass to go.
Yeah, no, it was pretty because it's kind of weird. You're driving and you're like, oh, all right, I'm going into the mountains, you know.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just, you know, the road's kind of real tight up against the fucking mountain.
Yeah.
And then you think, well, where the fuck am I going? And then you pull up to this nice little fucking, you know, hotel that's out there. It was badass, man. I like the fuck out of it. Of course, we went all the way down. I can't remember where that opening is because it's a big old with the Rio Grande.
It's called the window.
Is it?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you can see across to Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, where that river cut right through the canyon, and that was fucking pretty, man. It's kind of mind blowing. We went in there too, and there's this big old square rock that just seems like it was just placed there.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it's called the window.
The window.
Yeah, I've heard of
And that bitch it was pretty, man. It was pretty to get back in there, and but like I said, we went to do a new moon, and that was of course for the reason to see the stars, and it was mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I want to go. I want to take my kids, man, because I just they don't see that shit. You know, they don't see it. And there's
A lot of this generation.
It's the only place
know
you
nothing
can see
about
that. Yeah.
so.
I mean, when I get call outs to go to Braun, like the stars late at night there are not like the stars here in town.
Oh no,
I'm sure when you go home to Sonora, it's different too. Like
Yeah,
you
tonight.
can really see stars. Like
You know what was real cool because I showed up there late a few times. Remember the University of Leeds? They had that fucking compressor.
Yeah.
I used to show up there late as fuck, man. Where I was like, all right, well, after I ran my lease, I'm like, I'm gonna run through there real quick, make sure everything's good. And man, that bitch was pretty as fuck.
It
out
was
there.
fucking peaceful too.
Oh yeah, quiet. You don't hear shit.
you just hear pump jacks.
No,
Not even.
not
No?
even. No.
Damn.
Like I don't think we didn't have an alarm if that compressor went
No,
off.
I don't think so.
So I don't know what I was doing after that week.
If you had the money just to go anywhere you want, where would you go? Where would be the first place you would go? Just a visit, whatever. Like if you just had the money and it was like, hey, this is just to go vacation.
Okay.
What would be the first place you would go? Top of your list.
I'd probably go to Europe.
I would go to Rome. I want to see.
Rome, yeah.
I want to see the Colosseum. I want to see all those.
That's
all that.
that's what I had on my mind. But I think I just
Yeah.
the wrong place.
Yeah.
That's where you would go.
Yeah, Colosseum.
Colosseum. I want to see all that. Yeah, I want to see all that old Roman
Italy
shit.
and all that
Italy,
shit.
yeah. The Vatican and all that shit. Yeah. That's kind of my thing. I would love to do that.
Because
And
to
then
me,
the
to me,
pyramids.
it's like fake. It's like Australians up here. I've never met an Australian. To me, like they're fake.
That's a fake accent you got there,
Like
sir.
the only
Well, I mean, you never met her. It's only a movie.
yeah, that's what
You've
I'm saying.
only
I've
seen
never
that in
met
movies.
an Australian,
Yeah.
except for the crocodile dude. Yeah, well, I mean, never
And
met him
Reagan. Don't
either.
forget
It was
Reagan.
just on TV. But to me, I've never been there, so it looks fake to me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, that can't be there.
Yeah.
But,
You know what's crazy
There's no
about
Australians.
what they say about Australia is like it's mostly just coastal. Where people live at, it's mostly coastal.
Yeah, the
all
rest
that
of
all
it's
that
just barren
interior
land.
is just fucking desert, barren land. Yeah.
Yeah.
All that interior. The people that live there are fucking like wild people.
well, you see, I met when I was doing the solar panels. You know, they did contract work over there in Australia and shit, and they're like, man, you know, here we got to keep the deers out of the fucking panels and shit. There we got to keep kangaroos out of the fucking panels.
That's crazy.
And that they would go and, you know, drink coffee or whatever and with the Australians and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And for them, it was cool. It was a different deal. And they never said nothing bad about it. But, and I was like, man, you know, I'd like to go there. I've never met an Australian.
Yeah.
You know, nowhere.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. I mean, it's the land down under.
Yeah.
It originally started as a fucking. Well, of course,
It's
you
a
had the
prison
Aborigines, but it was a prison colony.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how it originally started.
That's where Great Britain would send all their fucking prisoners to.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where the fuck I would go. There's too much. I couldn't even tell you like the.
You don't have one. You don't have one
No.
on your
Like, you don't want to
bucket
see the
list.
Eiffel Tower.
Nah, I wouldn't.
You don't have a bucket list.
No.
So
Like
But
there's
the
just
Coliseum-
so much to
so where do you want to go? Like there's nothing you want to go, nothing you want to do,
like.
nothing you want to
No,
see.
just travel, man. There's so much shit out there that I wouldn't even know where
you
to
had
start.
you had the money to do it.
Yeah.
You gotta have somewhere to start.
I guess Tokyo.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
you said Tokyo earlier, so that
Tokyo.
would be it. Huh?
Like, oh, now I got the money for it. Let's go.
You gotta fuck
Yeah.
That's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, no.
Just traveling nowhere.
Yeah, and it would just be I don't know, but yeah, it's just, it wouldn't have to be Tokyo because I kind of like the what I've seen like the countrysides. You know, that seems nice because I'm a foodie, so that'd be badass to have.
Oh, dude,
that kind of
the
sushi.
sushi would be amazing.
Yeah, something like that. I think that would be badass, but totally doable. It's not. I mean, it's not out the realm of like, oh, it's just too expensive to go.
No, you could do it.
Yeah.
Especially.
What's expensive for me, guys?
You know, I've always heard San Francisco has the best sushi in the country. I've never tried it, but I've heard this a bunch of different times that San Francisco has it. I always thought maybe New York or Chicago.
Yeah.
Apparently San Francisco though.
Well, I mean, there's a really big melting pot of people there. So you got
They apparently they have the biggest Chinatown there.
Yeah.
Chinatown,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I could see that totally get all the good shit from there. I don't know if I would trust the fishing right outside of San Francisco.
Well,
It's probably
they're
like
close.
here, a bunch of Mexicans
Yeah, but
making
if
sushi.
you're gonna get something shipped from Tokyo, that's the closest spot.
Yeah, that's true. Because I had sushi in Seattle. Seattle.
how was that?
That was pretty good. That's pretty fucking good, man. Their Chinese food or Japanese food is actually pretty fucking.
Yeah.
It's on par.
Well, they're close to. They're on that side, you know.
Their Mexican food is absolute shit.
Well, yeah.
It's shit.
Isn't there's like a famous saying that you don't eat Mexican food above, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's a line, right?
There's a
They
line,
call it-
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I do travel, I try to eat like the popular food that's
Me
where
too.
I'm going.
Yes.
Yeah. Like when I went to New York, I wanted to try their pizza.
Like I even like
How was
whoever
it?
I'm with, I'm like,
It's just bomb, right? It's bomb.
It's good. We're gonna go to. My plan is to go to Chicago this year.
I look at Chicago style pizza.
dude,
I wanna try that.
we've been wanting to go to Chicago too.
Yeah. I want to try their pizza. I mean, we want to go for more than that, but
Yeah.
the idea when you just like you said, like I want to eat that food.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat the shit that we have.
Yeah, I
here.
don't want to eat
I'll
franchise food.
Yeah.
Some of the mom and pop
I'll
stuff.
have
Yeah.
their food and their drink. Like, oh, what's y'all's popular alcohol?
Yes.
Bring it over here.
Yeah.
You know, like when we went to
It's your
Colorado.
Guinness, sir.
Yeah.
I don't want your fucking Guinness.
When we went to
It's like
when we were in
glass
New York,
water.
we went to this German in an area of Manhattan called Germantown. We went to a German fucking restaurant that does this whole thing for Christmas. Like the whole fucking place is covered in Christmas lights to have food there. Super popular. And goddamn place is packed as fuck. And I won't lie, wasn't that great? But we tried it. We tried it. Maybe somebody loves it, but
Yeah, I didn't like the Colorado alcohol. I was like, oh, goddamn, this.
too tart. What was it?
Yeah, it
Tastes
was
like liberal
bitter.
tears.
Like too
Yeah.
bitter for me. I don't
Too
know.
bitter.
I didn't like it. I still drank the fuck out of them, but
Yeah, in places like that, like how do you get like that? Well, I mean, what would you consider authentic food around there? Like I'm sure there's a melting pot of people, but your access to quality food, quality ingredients, I should say.
I guess it depends on what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm
asked
sure the
like,
mac
when I
and
went to
cheese is
Colorado.
the shit out there.
right.
When I went to Colorado, I was like, man, well, what's y'all's Colorado plate? You know, the home plate.
Elk. Elk.
I've eaten elk.
Was it elk
But I
there?
didn't eat elk there.
But
I don't even remember what
I
they
feel
ate
like
in Colorado.
if you're in Colorado, that's what you want.
Yeah,
You don't want seafood there. You want elk, bear.
Actually, that does sound pretty.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. I feel like
Some
that's
bear.
salmon. I think that's probably what you would want there.
I don't remember what the fuck I ate in Colorado.
No.
We went to that.
Burger King and shit.
We went to Burger King. We ate at McDonald's.
I
One
remember.
thing I did see a lot is like at every fucking exit, like off the interstate and shit, there was people asking money for gas.
Oh, really?
I was like, God damn, don't even slow down right here. Shit, motherfucker gonna jump us.
What interstate is that? Do you remember?
I don't, man. I just fucking turned in here, and it happened a lot,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's just their way of getting money. They're not even.
How far up did y'all go? Like, did y'all go past Denver to like Colorado?
We went to Denver. Well, we were in.
If you went to Garden of the Gods, I think that's past Denver. I think that's in
No.
Colorado Springs, or is that before Denver?
I think it's before Denver.
Oh, okay.
Man, I don't remember the town we're in, but the town, goddamn, the town we stayed in, you know, Denver was an hour away, and Garden of the Gods was almost an hour away, and then we went to that train place, Gorge Town, where
I've heard of that. Yeah.
that big old canyon. You
Yeah,
can walk
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking-
Silvertown.
Silverton.
No.
No. I think
That's
the
the
train
G.
goes from where he's talking about to Silverton.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
so
it does.
Durango.
Durango. Is it
Durango.
No, it starts with the G.
Joe Rango.
Go Rango.
And then we went there, and then we were supposed to go to a mansion that was, I guess, that was brought from Europe or whatever.
Isn't the
a castle, not a castle.
Oh, castle. I was like, isn't the mansion from fucking The Shining up there?
Oh yeah. We wanted to go
The
there.
Stanley
We did.
Hotel.
Yeah.
We wanted to go to the prison too, Folsom Prison.
That's
Check it
California,
out.
right? California is Folsom.
Oh no, what's that other one out there?
There's a federal prison there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what
But
they're
there's,
talking about.
I don't
know
remember
what
what
it's
Angie had looked it up, and there's something that happened there. We wanted to go read the history on that,
Oh, okay.
but
called. There's a pass, and it might be in California, but I know they talk about it in The Shining. There's this mountain pass where this family, it's called the Donner Party. Back in the 1700s, 1800s maybe, they were trying to make their way to California, or it actually happened in California. I don't remember if it was in. I remember they brought it up in The Shining, but apparently they got stuck, and they ended up having to eat each other.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
they had to resort to cannibalism, and it was a family, and it was called the Donner Party. So
it was the Royal Gorge is what we went.
Royal Gorge.
Yeah.
There's a place called in Durango. There's a train that goes right through the middle, from Durango to Silverton, and Silverton's an old mining town there in Colorado, and I've been there too, and it's cool as shit, bro. It's like how to explain it? It's like a town that they've recreated to be like Old West style. You know what I'm saying? But everything's still like, it's all modern, but like the outside of it all looks like wooden, Old West style. It's cool as shit, and they have casinos there because apparently it's a Indian reservation there too. So they're, like, some of those buildings are all casinos and shit. I remember going there when I was a kid, and my mom, my uncle.
Wait outside, bro.
Yeah, they went to go gamble, and they were like, I was old enough. They had me and my brother. There was like this one building, and it was like an arcade. First place I ever played Mortal Kombat.
Oh no, shit.
Yeah, first time I ever played Mortal Kombat was there at the place. I'll never forget that shit, bro. We were stuck in that game. Like, the first time we played that game, we were like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, we were stuck on that game. Couldn't get us off.
Well, we did the train ride, but I have to look it up.
I'm sure there's several different train rides there.
It's along a fucking river, and then
It's called the something gorge, right? The mountain gorge.
well, the
Train
Royal
ride?
Gorge.
Oh, Royal Gorge.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was there and hear that.
I don't know if that's the same train ride or not, but it does go under that fucking bridge. So
Yeah.
Royal Gorge is that.
Because we were gonna do that. We may do it next year because we're supposed to be heading up to Colorado next year.
Dude, sit on top, man. At first, I was like, man, that's a lot of money to get that to get the dome view. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. It was a lot of money. I think we spent like fucking $500-600 there, but I don't regret going
It
on
was
that
worth
train
it.
ride.
Oh shit. Okay.
For experiences, you can't put a price on it.
Oh no, man. Yeah, it hurts at it hurts when you spend it, but what you get out of it, it's way way better.
It's usually
But yeah, that's how we were like, man, it's gonna be a lot of money. I was like, I already have in my head, I already put it in my head that we're gonna spend money. We have this saved up for that, for going out. So we're gonna spend it.
Yeah.
I don't care what we do. So
You've been to Vegas a few times too, right?
just once, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Did you like it?
Hell yeah, I want to go back. I didn't get to.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of walking
There's
because
a
it was
lot.
my first time going there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see everything.
As much as you could, yeah.
And then, but now,
I think the second
I
time.
looked up that place where you said your mom goes, or
At the very
outside
tip of
outside
Nevada.
of Vegas. I want to go there, bro.
Oh,
That
she just went
it's a
there.
lake.
They just went there again. God.
And you can gamble there too and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can gamble everywhere.
I want to go there.
I'll look at this place up. I forgot what it was called. God damn. She
After-
just went. She had like this. She had a trip. She went with her brother and her sister-in-law, and it was like pretty much the flight and the hotel was like, it wasn't free, but it was goddamn near. Like it was like $50 a night or something like that. Everything included. You know, they went there and then they just drove. They just rented a car and they just drove over to Vegas and stayed the night in Vegas and then went back. But that town is cool as fuck. There's a river that runs right through the town.
Yeah, you travel through boat taxi and shit.
Yeah. What the fuck is it called? Hold on, I gotta look this shit up.
I want to go there, and I looked
I'm
up
on
the
it.
flights.
You on it? Okay.
I'm trying to be.
I looked up flights for 2 of us, for me and Angie, and I think it was round trip, flight, and where we're gonna stay, it was like $1,000
Round trip, but that's
for
flight
like
too.
three
That's flight
or
too.
4
though.
days. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's
That's
what
not
I
bad.
said, like $1,000. Like, damn, that ain't bad at all.
Yeah.
Like, my main thing is like taking a pontoon as a taxi. I don't know why. But
Oh,
I remember this one guy used to have a pontoon.
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he fucking bailed on everybody.
Whack.
He's like, sell that bitch.
Man, where is this at? Hold on, I'm looking at it too right now. I'm trying to figure it out. What the fuck is that place called?
Laughlin.
Laughlin.
Laughlin, yeah.
That's it. Laughlin, Nevada. Yeah, my mom, she goes there a lot.
I wanna
They
go.
were just there.
I was like, that looks like a hangout place.
Yeah, and she was telling me, she was like, there's casinos all up and down that whole place too. She was like, you don't really have to go to Vegas. She was like, but everybody wants to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole thing. They have,
They said on that TikTok, like, do not mention Vegas.
yeah, because they want
Okay.
everybody to, yeah.
They don't want to, they don't want to hear you talk about Vegas there. But I looked into the foods and to
It
the.
looks more chill. It looks more
Yeah.
manageable to fucking get around. I mean,
To me, that's a vacation right there.
yeah.
It
I mean, yes, Las Vegas there was a lot of shit, and it might be one of those if I ever go again, have more planned out.
Yeah.
Not or like check out the shows and shit like that.
This last time that we
I want
went
to check out
to,
the Michael Jackson show.
oh, I bet that would be
I
cool.
wanna do that.
We still didn't get a chance to do a show. So we went back. Our plan is to go every year on our anniversary. So we can do a bunch of different shit, because the wedding was like so much, like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. It was busy. This last time we went, we just stayed on Fremont. We went down to the main strip one night, and it was just to go to a bar and to a restaurant, and that was it. The rest of the time we stayed on Fremont, which is old Vegas. And we did everything there, and it was fucking fun. It was cool as hell. Like we didn't really go and worry about going to the strip and all that. It's way more expensive on the strip too.
Oh, yeah.
But we stayed on Fremont. It's way cheaper. We fucking checked out all the old hotels. We saw all old Vegas. We walked all the way out to the El Cortez Hotel, which is like one of the oldest places in Vegas, like hotels. It was cool as shit in there. They still had quarter machines.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, they still had the fucking deal that you pull down and fucking quarters come out. They had guys there with little buckets to catch all their quarters and shit. I was like, on the strip, you don't see that.
No.
So it was cool as fuck.
You get tickets on the street.
Yeah. I think,
yeah.
yeah, no shit, right? Next time, I think we're going to focus more on shows.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about it. We haven't done it yet. We went to fucking New
What
York.
about that Sphere?
The Sphere,
Do that, or?
we didn't do that.
No, but do y'all want to? Y'all gonna do that?
It's not on our list. I mean, it's there to do, and I've actually heard it's cheap because they want people to go there because it's on the end of the strip.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, because they're losing money.
Yes, they're losing money.
Motherfucker.
So they're always trying to make big deals to get people to go there because they're far on the end of the strip. All the action is right in the middle, and then to Fremont.
When they opened it up, man, I heard that they lost $100 million because people weren't going.
Fuck.
God damn.
There's this place called the Fountain Blue. Have you heard of it?
No.
The newest hotel in Vegas. It's called the Fountain Blue. Beautiful, fucking beautiful. But it's not right on the strip. It's just off. And they're losing.
Is it near the Sphere?
It's no.
Okay.
No. I can't remember what it's close to, but it's like no. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the fucking. You say the Sphere, my dumbass.
Oh, what's it called?
I'm thinking. No, you're right. The Sphere. I'm thinking of the fucking tower. The
Stratosphere.
The Stratosphere. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Sphere. I'm sorry. The Sphere. Yes, that's right there. That's right behind Harrah's and I can't remember which other. They're like a block off the fucking strip. They're fucking,
okay.
Yeah, no, they're.
Because I was kind of thinking, I was like, man, if it's that far out, and then they start building shit, that's gonna
Yeah.
be because you know the
That's gonna
strip.
be the new
yeah, the
Vegas.
new there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Stratosphere. The Stratosphere is like on the north end of the strip, and it's way the fuck out there. And it takes a minute. Like it's like you have Fremont, you have the strip, and then you got to go way the fuck down there to get to the Stratosphere. And it's like they're always offering deals to get to that, which might be worth it because it's the hotel on the strip. You just got to come back this way for the action. But they have action too. You know what I mean? But it depends on what you want to do. You're talking about the Sphere, the
new one.
Yeah. We were gonna go there, but motherfucker, that shit's expensive, bro. Like that place.
Yeah, there's different prices.
Yeah.
But they got like some like you want like
It depends on where you
3D
sit.
type shit.
Yeah.
Or 4D.
It's probably worth it to do it one time.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's worth it to do it one time.
I just seen it. I mean, I don't know. I like looking at the sky and shit, and they got that one slideshow, whatever. That it looks like you're out there in fucking space and shit.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
That's true, but
And then they have they'll have like they have residencies. They have like bands that will play there every night, and they have their own show. I think on New Year's. Have you ever heard of Anima? He's like what the fuck do you call that? Like
I've heard of an enema.
He's like an electronic EDM type music, right? Well, he does these shows where I think I've showed you the video where he has like these.
The one you showed me in New Mexico. I mean, Mexico City.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And so he has these shows that are really elaborate. Like they have all this like graphics and shit to it, right? Like people that are on doing acid and shit, they love going to his shows because the visuals, right? Well, on New Year's Eve, he's doing his show in the Sphere. And it's like, that's the perfect place to do it because it's going to be
it's
all around you. Yeah. And they were even showing like on the outside of the Sphere, like some of his designs and shit. And it's like, whoa, that's fucking crazy.
that's wild.
Yeah. I go to Vegas.
Did you ever end up going to Area 15, which is
Yes, in that warehouse.
the warehouse? Did you go to it? So there's one in Dallas now, and they're building one in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Is that like a smoke shop? Or?
No, it's like a fucking. How do you explain that place? It's like it's a sensory overload center. It's this big ass fucking warehouse where you go in there and it's an art installation is what it's called, but they have like all this shit and it's just, man, how do you explain that, Oscar?
It's watching an episode of Rick and Morty.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like walking through an episode of Rick and Morty. So like you go in there, like there's this whole thing. There's like little shops and stuff in there, but then you walk into this one side, and it looks like a store, like a grocery store, right? So you walk in, it looks like a fucking grocery store, except for you go to where like the milk aisle is at, right? And you open up a door
We were
for the
gonna
milk,
go there.
and you walk behind the door,
Yeah.
and there's a whole fucking other world
Oh yeah.
back there. It's fucking
We
crazy.
we were gonna go there. Well, I did want to go there. When
There's
we
one
went
in
to Vegas.
There's one in Dallas now, and they're building one in Houston. But the one in Vegas is the original. I think it's the original one, but it's fucking wild. Yeah, I think what is it called?
Meow Wolf.
Meow Wolf.
The Area 15. What was that?
That's it. It's like the entire building is called Area 15 because it's
Okay.
like this huge fucking warehouse, and then inside the building they have different things.
Yeah.
and the thing that everybody goes to. Well, dude, I don't even know how to call it. It's called Meow Wolf, but that one in Vegas is called Area 15/Meow Wolf. So
Meow.
Because we wanted to go, but what's that smoke place or?
Planet 13.
Oh, Planet 13. I think that's how I got fucked up with like, oh man, I don't want to go in there. I don't even smoke weed.
That place is cool though. Even if you don't smoke, it's cool as
It was
fuck.
cool?
Yeah, it's cool as
I also
fuck.
wanted to go to the ice one.
Oh,
but-
you want to smoke ice?
No.
Meth palace.
Chunk up that wall.
Is it an ice bar?
Yeah, the ice bar.
Yeah, you gotta wear like a parka and shit to go
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, we didn't go there. I heard of that place. That's crazy.
But there's always, every year you get to do something.
Yeah.
Man, that was what that's what me and my wife talked about. I was like, let's just plan on it for our anniversary. Like just every year, let's just go to Vegas and like do the things that we talked about doing the year before. It's fucking Vegas. there's probably going to be
You're always gonna
new
find something
shit
different,
every
yeah.
fucking. This past year, they just destroyed the Mirage, which the Mirage has been there for like 30 fucking years. Hard Rock Hotel just bought it. It's going to be a huge guitar with their own fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
They're going to make their own thing. They had the volcano that was out in the front. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Well, fucking, it's gone now. So it's like, that was iconic. Like, they got rid of it. The Oakland A's, well, they have the Raiders there now. They just brought the Oakland A's over. So now the Oakland A's, they just destroyed another fucking casino. That's going to be their fucking...
Who's the Oakland A's?
They're exactly right. There's some guys.
Is it baseball? Or?
Baseball
Yeah,
team,
baseball.
yeah. They're baseball.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jose Canseco, that's back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyways, so they're in Vegas now. So, but
Hmm.
their park looks cool. Like, it looks like, wow, shit. There's not a park like that anywhere else. Like, their park is going to be like top 10 parks in the fucking country. It'd be cool to go watch a game there. Like, I like baseball. That'd be cool to go check that out. You know.
So what's the football team called now?
That's the Raiders still.
The Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still the Raiders. But their fucking their stadium looks wild.
Yeah, no, I passed by
It is like a fucking. It looks like a spaceship. But it's all black.
I didn't even go see it.
Oh man, if
You can see it off the freeway.
Yeah, if you're driving from the airport to the freeway, you pass.
Oh, then I didn't.
A big old fucking black dome looking bitch.
With a screen.
Yeah,
I don't see how that's safe.
yeah.
Because they got
But you know
shit,
what?
they got shit playing on that screen as you're driving.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah.
The one in Denver, Colorado, the Broncos, I thought it was way nicer. I'm like,
Oh,
whoa,
really?
look at that bitch. That bitch is big.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was wild.
Fuck yeah. Because we were coming back from Washington. We came through Denver, and I'm like, holy shit, now that's a fucking stadium.
Yeah.
God damn, that bitch is
And theirs
big.
is an outdoor. It's not an enclosed. It's an
It's not-
outdoor.
it's an outdoor.
Well, because they want to use it to their advantage against other teams that
Other
come
teams,
there,
yeah.
up there. Yeah.
They're already acclimated to the weather, so
Yeah.
they get to, yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't see, that's the other thing. I don't think I would like to go back to Las Vegas. I just don't think I'd ever spend the money to go.
Why? I mean, but there's so much though. Like I know you look at it like.
But I don't do crowded places. It just
But-
doesn't appeal to me at all.
But you can. There's other things you can do there. Like you don't even have to do the whole strip thing. Like,
Yeah.
You can just go. You can pick like a hotel,
Mhm.
like say the Venetian.
It's like that Laughlin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my place would be is like a cabin out in fucking.
I see what you're saying. Oh, I would
Oh,
love,
yeah.
and see, and
All
I
day.
like that
All
too.
day.
I'm weird. I like that. I love that. Like I would be great in the woods in a cabin and it's snowing outside with the fire going and just fucking hanging out. Like that's fucking amazing. That's
Eating
paradise.
squirrel and shit.
Eating
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
squirrel. Yeah.
Dude, and that's
with my bow, give me my fucking bow. I'll go get a
Oh,
fucking deer right
that's
now.
my shit.
I'm motivating myself to get a bow.
Do it.
Good.
I've been watching
Do it.
videos and I'm motivated.
It's such a. It's a fucking. I don't know what. It's a humbling experience.
I like right now. I'm at the point where I think I'm motivated enough that I don't want to go look at them even at Academy because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna walk out with one.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
You will.
am I gonna have time to
Don't go to Outdoorsman because you're gonna spend a fuckload. No, I'm saying go. I'm lying. Go to Outdoorsman. Those are the good ones, but. You're
I
gonna
need
Well, for
I wanna
starting
go-
off, man, I would say go to a pawn shop, and then go to Outdoorsman or have it
Well,
be strong.
I wound up
Yeah,
hearing.
that's
I
what I
wound
did.
up hearing one of y'all's podcasts where y'all talking about it. Where there's a place here in town that Del Indio Bowl or whatever you can go.
I was the Outdoorsman.
Outdoorsman.
How those
yeah.
ones? You go downstairs, right?
You go downstairs, yeah.
And so I think I want to do that first. That's why I really even haven't gone to see the pricing on a fucking bow.
So you're looking at for a good bow, you're looking between 500 all the way up to 1,500.
Well, I figured it's gonna be in the thousands, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
But you don't have.
shoot
But
one first.
honestly, you don't have to do that. Like,
No.
I mean, you don't really have to do that. You can get away. So like Oscar was saying, I did it too. That's how I started. I went to a pawn shop. I was only looking for certain brand names. I'm looking for Matthews, Hoyt, or PSE.
Yeah.
My very first one was a PSE, and I bought it at a pawn shop. I took it to Outdoorsman. I had to check it out to make sure that somebody didn't dry fire and it was about to blow up my hand.
Yeah.
You know, because that will happen. And they checked it. They restrung it for me. I went downstairs. They took my measurement because it's a very personal thing. Because you
Yeah,
know,
like
you
a
know,
Lamborghini.
Yeah. You know, you pull that back.
So it feels like when you buy it.
Yeah, it's a very you're right. It's like a fucking Lamborghini, man. It's like you pull that fucking string back. This is your thing.
Yeah.
Somebody else pulls it back. They might be
Yeah,
here.
it's not for mine's not for you.
Yeah,
It's for me.
exactly. Yeah, and so then you go downstairs and then you shoot it a few times to see how you fucking like it, and it's like, man, fuck. And then you fall in love with it, and then
Another hobby.
Yeah.
The Lamborghini. I remember one time we were delivering bounce houses here in town. And me and your brother get out to the one and they fucking pull out a Lamborghini. I was like, I'm gonna ask him if I can go with him. I went and talked to that dude. I was like, hey, how about a ride? He looked at me and was like, no offense, you ain't gonna fit in here. I was like, what you got going too fucking fast? I go, no, well, it's made for me. He goes, like, that seat's made for me. It's made for me. Because you ain't gonna fit in here. I was like, oh.
Get back to work, man.
Yeah. Get out of here, motherfucker. But I looked at the seats and sure enough, man, they're like,
they're
he fit perfect in there.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he's way smaller. He's
I mean,
like your size.
it's custom made. There was I don't know. I sent you a video one time. There's this fucking, I think it was a Mercedes-Benz supercar. So this guy's like in Saudi Arabia, and he's looking at these fucking high-end.
It was Dubai.
Is it Dubai?
Dubai.
So he's looking at these high-end fucking Mercedes-Benz. That's like Lamborghini is here, and there's a McLaren, and then there's this Mercedes-Benz, right? Like, it's like, what the fuck? This guy's checking this car out to buy it, right? And they're like, well, in order to buy this car, you have to already own that car. It's like, what the fuck?
You
that
can't
car,
just jump it.
You can't just buy this car. You have to own that car too.
Yeah.
Then he's talking about all this shit on this car. Then he's talking about the motor on this car. And he's like, after 1 year of owning this car, you have to replace that motor every year.
Yeah, every 50,000. What? Not even 50,000. I think it was like 5,000.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Something stupid like that.
Yeah,
that's what these vehicles.
Everything is custom, like the seats, the
which is dumb, dude. Because I'm like, you're paying that amount of money for a car, right? Like a Ferrari, you just can't go buy a Ferrari.
yeah.
You just can't. You can't. You have to. There's you get on a list and you have to, I guess, be qualified. Fucking, they have to give you the okay to own a car. And before you can buy the newest, greatest fucking car that the Ferrari comes out with, you have to already own other models.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's dumb. But hey, that's their deal. That's their business model.
That's how they do it, yeah.
So I'm
It's
like,
just it's like that Mercedes. It's like, okay, you can't buy this car until you own at least that car. And that car is probably like $1 million.
Yeah. It won't be long before Ford owns you, fuck.
Man.
Or Mercedes. Yeah, well, Ford owns a lot of exotic companies. So does, the biggest...
Where's that bathroom?
right there, right down.
We live.
Right there where you're
I'm going
at.
to the corner.
You gotta do that stripper move.
Right.
And fill up that bottle.
Go out,
To
take
the
a
left.
right and to a left. No,
Is there a light on here?
Just walk that way and it'll turn on.
yeah, it'll turn on.
It's a motion light.
So, everybody's still listening to us, I forgot.
I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
We're talking about Mercedes and Lamborghinis.
Oh yeah. So fucking stupid.
So stupid.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would. I mean, like, hey, if you got the money, you got the money. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your money. But I just feel like,
So,
for me to tell me what the fuck I can own, I have to own all your other shit before I can own this one.
Right.
Fuck you.
We drink a lot of beers, goddamn.
We haven't drank enough yet.
What do you mean? There's still beer in there?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I thought we drank it all.
There's 2 left.
We almost drank it all. Episode 80.
I know, man.
How does it feel? We've done 80 fucking episodes. Every fucking week.
Feels good, you know. I come in here and I give it 110%. You know, we never know exactly how it's going to go. Everybody's working as a team. You know, getting social media, getting the audio out. So I feel like we're good. You know, as long as we all come together and just continue to give our 110%. I think we'll be good. And I guess we'll see you at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So here's mine. There's no I in team. Got to give it 110% every time. And, let's go. What to do, baby? All the way.
All the way.
All the way.
Rhino's got to come out. He's got to finish that shit. No, it's good, man. Like we're so fucking close to 100, man. Now I'm kind of.
What happens at 100? We quit? We just walk off? We're like,
we just
walk off? Throw everything on the ground and sleep?
yeah. I don't know. This I like right here. I came with a whole different feeling today.
I do too.
You know, where I was just like, you know what? Why am I so? Because it is intimidating, right? So we've been on 2 other podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And you see how they do stuff, and then I mean, they're a little bit different format that we are. You know, nothing wrong with it. It's great.
Yeah,
it works. It works.
That's
It's
their
their style. But it's not. How can I put it? I find myself. I guess what I'm saying. The intimidating part is that sometimes I feel like, man, are we doing it right? Are we doing the way we're supposed to?
Yeah.
You know, I get in that. No, I'm good. I got a full one. You know, I have these conversations with myself. I'm like, are we doing it right? Are we going the path that we need to be going? And
should we be doing something?
yeah, should we something do? Should we change the format? Should we who do we need to reach out to?
Thank you.
Do I need to be more like engaging and stuff like that? Do I need to ask more questions and you know stuff like that? You know,
Yeah.
Like where am I at? Where am I at with this whole deal? You know, and then yesterday and today, I kind of like you know what I got RHINO coming in, and I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with him because I don't have to be.
You're not put on the show.
Yeah, I don't have to put on a show doing anything like that.
Yeah.
And I did, you know, we got a little more conversation out, and there was a couple of guests that we had in here, and of course they got a lot better voice, you know, they can engage a little bit better and stuff like that. And then I thought, you know what, but I'm going through a growing phase where I started where we started, you know, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna, you know, of course you get the positive feedback, and I'm like, am I doing right? And it's like, dude, y'all heard this episode, I fucking loved it and stuff like that. And I'm like, I stopped and think about it. I was like, you know what? I gotta stop being so much in my fucking head.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, just put a fucking episode out. Who gives it?
Me too.
You know,
I honestly think the only crappy episodes I've had is where I had to leave early. I felt
and that's
bad
just
for a
because,
while.
and that's just because you were on it. So
Yeah.
you're gonna think that was the worst one.
I think that was
every
the
time we
worst
get
one.
off of this motherfucker, I'm like, man, that I don't know if that was gonna work.
yeah.
And then it works.
Did I talk enough? Did I
Yeah,
not talk
and then it
enough?
worked.
Did I ask right?
That's what my experience.
Abraham's goal is to cut people off.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
I'd love to do. I am.
Did I cut him?
Moo.
People are like, why the fuck does he move? 'Cause there's a joke. There's a joke behind. I guess an inside joke. We'll keep it as an inside.
It's an inside joke, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad about them. Sometimes I go home and I question. It's like, God damn it, did I not do something right? I feel like I fucked up. You know, I didn't say enough. I said too much.
Did I get too drunk?
Yeah, did I get too drunk? You know, I did get a little nervous. You know, when we were on Matt's podcast, and I was like, man, what's my deal? What is my deal? You know, have I not found my footing?
This is all new.
Yeah, you're right.
Something different.
But
This
we're
is all new.
But
It's all
we're
new. We've never done this. type
well,
of
yeah,
thing
the
before.
interview with somebody else. Yeah,
But this whole thing, like, I mean, okay, yes, we're on episode 80. It's not new that we've done this in our own space, but technically it is new. So this is the first time we've done this whole thing. This whole thing, like, as many years that we've done oil field shit, we've never done anything like this at all, ever. You know what I mean?
It's out of the box.
definitely.
Way out
Way
of the box.
Way out
Yeah.
of the box.
You know, it is. We have our guests, you know, and I'm like, you know, they're different. Everybody comes in and sits in that chair. They're a different personality, so you can't use your same talking points that you did with the first guy, the guy before with him. You know, because he's not going to get. It's a whole new person. You're gonna have to try to engage this conversation, and I mean, there's only like so much shit I can come up with, right? You know, off the top of my fucking head. So I guess for people that we bring on, you know, I have to kind of bounce off that. I have to kind of feed off that energy. And your energy's easy, you know, because we know each other.
Yeah.
We've known each other. We've known each other for a long time, so
I
it's
have
easy.
no energy.
Y'all share diapers, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. You know, there's pictures of us. We're literally me and him sitting on the fucking edge of a truck bed in fucking diapers.
There you go.
And he's trying to pull them off, and I'm just like, with my feet.
Get off of me!
I remember mom and uncle sandwich us because we're trying to flush her jewelry down the toilet.
Hell yeah.
Gold.
I'm like, fuck.
All I felt was back of my head, thunk, thunk. Oh,
God.
That's enough.
And then I told my mom, like, she hit me with the note like this. And my mom's like, why? And she told her, boom, boom, I got it again.
Got it
Harder.
again.
I was like, fuck.
So it's just that, man. I mean, I know I get in my own head. Of course, I'm gonna leave this bitch, and I'm like, I'm doing good. Fuck, why did I just rant about that?
You know,
I honestly think it's going great.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank
man.
you very much. Yeah, thank you.
I think it is.
It's something that
And I honestly don't even like to listen week to week because I want to hear like 3 at a time, 4 at a time. I want to hear like back to back to back and that same night.
God damn, really?
Yeah, I'll go. Like I
Dude,
think
we
I
have
went
like 3-hour-long episodes.
I went like 10 fucking
Holy
episodes,
shit.
and I'll listen to them in like 2-3 days.
I feel bad for your brain.
No, I'm just gonna that brain rot.
I'm just that lonely.
You know,
I'll be driving. That's all right. I've gone like 3 of them. Let's listen to it again.
Yeah.
one thing that I have learned, and I don't really know if I've learned it because I still fuck it up all the time, it's I get into my head about shit. About this. Especially when I'm trying to like create something like, say like today, we were talking about, I need to come up with a what it do meme. What it do Wednesday, because that's been the thing. That's been my ongoing thing. What it do Wednesday, and I always come up with something. I was at a blank today. I couldn't fucking think of something. And it happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it seems like every time it fucking happens, I just do something random with it. And the fucking shit, and it just fucking takes off. And it's like today, it's like it was just something random, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this and see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
Well, goddamn, it wasn't the most views that we've ever had on a reel ever.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That shit just.
Honestly,
I wasn't even trying. Like, I just threw it out
you did it
there.
like that so it can like hey, let's hurry up and listen to it because you can still hear what's going on, but
Yeah.
I thought it was just for that.
Yeah.
We have this much time. Let's fast forward it. Love it.
Well, I think because the time you took and not even thinking about it and just putting it out, there was something that Matt said, man, it kind of got stuck to me. Where he's like, y'all have a theme. And we don't have a theme. That's our sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know, the reason it looks like it all goes together because that's our sense of humor. You know, we're not pulling shit out of fucking something random. Like we're not just coming out of left field to try to make shit funny.
Our theme is our.
We've actually
I
done
never
it.
thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like he said, when he sees it, he's just like he knows that's the WID podcast.
Yeah.
You know, that's their. I want to say brand, but it's not the brand. It's
their style.
it's their style. There you go. That's a better way to say it. It's their style. So when you see something that you post up, or we post up, the audio, the way we do shit, they're just like, oh no, that's exactly who we are. No censor. We're not gonna ask. You know, we'll ask questions, but we're not. Hey, you know, there's not a structure to this shit. We want to know you.
Which is why YouTube is scary for me. I'm the one that's doing the YouTube shit, and it's scary because it's like.
Well, this is why I try to hold off on saying some words, you know, but
Yeah.
that
Well,
I'm used to, and I'm like, oh, it's like
Spotify is fucking amazing. Spotify could care less. They just want us to put out shit. They don't. I mean, content. They just want it. Just put it out. YouTube is like, we don't want this and we don't want that, and you better not say this, and you better fucking do this, and you better. There's like so much shit. You can't say.
So you gotta have the dirty version and then clean it up.
Very
clean
much.
version
Yeah.
for YouTube.
Yeah, throw some stuff like some bleeps.
And the crazy thing is, you gotta have a YouTube if you want to make money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to make
Or TikTok.
they're the biggest, right?
Yeah.
So Rumble.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, Rumble's a good one too. You know,
I've never heard of Rumble.
Rumble's coming up quick.
But
You
the
know.
big money is YouTube.
Yes, but because they've been around the longest.
Yeah.
You know, but eventually, if you start putting stuff out on Rumble, yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know if they IPO'd yet. That's a good question. You might want to check that out.
I've
But
been
you know,
wanting to get into that too.
man, see, okay, we got to talk then because I do. I trade.
Do you?
Yeah, I trade.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm not very good at it, you know, but I've made money.
You should get some crypto, bro. Let me talk to you about it.
No, you already talked to me once already. What the fuck was I? Where was I at?
We were talking about Rumble and
Yeah, Rumble. So I mean, they're coming up. They're not as big as YouTube, but they do have a you know.
It's gonna be a new thing.
It's yeah, because they don't censor nothing. They don't censor a fucking thing.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a new thing.
So you know, it's a free for all. Yeah, it's run more you know the right side of everything, you know.
Rumble.
But then there's that, and there's Twitter, just to get out.
It's out there. It's under RUM.
Oh, Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they are IPO'd.
What's the stock going for?
26.8 million. What is there?
So it's kind of.
Hold on, let me get into it real quick, and I'll get back with you on that.
Yeah, I mean,
$5.84. $5.84 a share.
shit. There
I'm
you
gonna have to
go.
wait till payday. Easy.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but
There might be some, so the funny thing about this is everybody's like looks at it like, oh, it's only $5.84 a share. Sometimes these deals will be like, well, you have a minimum of 1,000.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Some shit like that. You have to buy X amount, but there's ways around it too, though.
no.
Sometimes you can get like in a spider index. Spider index, you can get a whole bunch for like cheap, but you have like a whole bunch, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So
that's a basket. I think that's a basket fund.
Yeah. It just depends on how you want to get into it, man. Because there's if you want to go into that part of it or like penny stocks, people will look down on penny stocks and they're like, oh, you're just dealing with fucking pennies here and there. But when you buy $100 worth of that shit,
what's
up?
Keep going. Whatever you want to say.
It's just building.
Yeah, it's just building. It's a slow build, yes. Then if you want to get into like the bigger, like you say, who's gonna sit there and drop how much money on fucking like Tesla or Alphabet? Because that's a lot of money. What's up? I hear you. What's up?
Do it.
You want my opinion, my thoughts?
Silver.
Gold
Gold
and
and
silver.
I know your thoughts.
Gold and silver. Gold and silver. Why not? Own that shit. Instead of it being something non-physical, you actually have an ounce of gold. You actually have an ounce of fucking silver. Right now, gold is at an all-time high. If you had bought gold whenever we first started this fucking podcast, which I didn't, because it was expensive, and it's still expensive. An ounce of
But
gold.
now it's more expensive.
Now it's way more expensive.
Yeah. So would you want to buy it
If
now?
you would have spent $1,000 on gold, you would have $1,500 worth of gold right now.
Oh, well, back, yeah.
It's gone up that much in 2 years. It's at an all-time high.
But then again,
Silver
that shows too, though, where it's like, where the economy is.
Yeah.
Where it's just like,
usually what happens.
This is buying milk, bro. Buying gold is like buying milk.
Well, yeah. Well, no, because milk goes bad.
Yeah.
Gold doesn't go bad. Thing about it is, I always thought of that gold coins, silver coins. Like, that's like old men that are just bored, right? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Actually, they do know what the fuck they're doing. Like, that's a way of putting money away that's going to compound. It's going to build. It's going to build over time. Like you have to look at the long run. Like, it's not going to make you money in 10 months. Yeah. It's not like buying.
You probably won't catch it, but your daughter probably will.
Yes.
Or her daughter.
It's a long-term investment. Is exactly what it is.
By that time, the American economy will collapse.
I would go as far as to say, if you do one thing with it, buy 1 ounce of gold at $1,500. If you can do it, okay. If you could afford to just put, this is what it is. If you could afford to buy something at $1,500 and it not hurt you at all, and just put it away and forget about it. It's gonna benefit, maybe not you, but it might benefit your family, because it's gonna go up. Because me looking at it, and all this whole time that I've looked at it, at one point in time, you could buy the finest suit in the world for 1 ounce of gold. Well, guess what? You can still buy the finest suit in the world for 1 ounce of gold, but that's an expensive motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it used to be, what was it, like $200 or something like that? That was the finest suit in the world. Now it's like $1,800.
I don't know. My finest suit was some polo boots, some polo jeans,
Hey,
polo shirt.
if that's what it is. Oh, I mean, $1,500.
Yeah.
Polo boots aren't cheap no more. Polo boots used to be
But back in the day,
like 80 to $100 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
What are they now? Like 150 to $200, something like
Because
that.
of inflation.
it's just our kids are fucking screwed. Like, our kids need double.
You want
double what we make so they can make a living.
I used to think you want to leave kids land, but now I'm kind of scared doing that because the fucking taxes are so fucking high.
You see, that's one thing. The only thing I see that you ever own is your car. Once it's paid off,
and it better be a car that will last too.
Yeah, because then land will get taken away. A house will get taken away.
The one thing about land is, I think if you can put it in a trust and figure out a way to keep the taxes paid on it.
Somebody.
If you keep the taxes paid on it.
Well, yeah.
You can if you bury somebody on your land, it's not considered a cemetery. It's tax free now.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Donald Trump buried his ex-wife.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
In Mar-a-Lago. Is it Mar-a-Lago? Or was it up in New York? Anyways, one of his properties is not considered a cemetery. He doesn't have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, you can just bury somebody in your land.
And then they gave him all.
Anybody?
I was like, he's
Can it
fucking.
be a dog?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. So yeah, I mean that's what he did because because I think it was his ex-wife, right, that passed.
I really don't know.
And yeah, he ended up burying her in one of his properties. And it became a cemetery.
Look that shit up. That's
I was
actually
looking
really
up-
good information
yeah.
right there.
I was
yeah.
looking up tax shit because I haven't claimed taxes in a while, and I came across that.
Don't get yourself in trouble. Just
Well, I already am. Shit,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
let me see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad to hold gold. Maybe right now might not be the.
I mean,
'cause that's at the
you know,
all-time
it's
high.
on an all-time high. You want to buy it when it's
When it's low.
Like when it's low.
Yeah.
The other thing, like silver, it's like it's gold, silver. You know what I mean? Like those are high end fucking pieces. As we get more into this electric age, where they're really pushing
Oh,
electric
yeah.
shit, that shit is high conductivity. Gold, silver, copper are gonna be your most.
Copper, yeah.
Those are gonna be your most
Your-
expensive
You
metals.
want to buy rare earth minerals. Man.
Yeah.
Your cobalts, your fucking nickels. I mean, there's a lot of nickel, but you know that's what's being used in the batteries.
Yeah.
So there's another company that I put you on. It's the stock's kind of shit right now, but I feel like it's gonna blow up because of the fact that a bunch of these big billionaires, man, like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and all them, they bought a big chunk of land next to this mine. You know, and it's gonna be for mining cobalt, nickel, and stuff like that. So right now, I mean, I think the last I saw their stock, man, it was probably $19 a stock.
Damn.
But I'm like, give it a couple years.
Yeah.
Give it a couple years.
I'm gonna know next month.
Yeah, man. Who knows when they really kick this off, right?
Yeah.
There's another one too that they're smaller nuclear reactors, or I say nuclear power plants, which are going to make power. You know, so Bill Gates is trying. It's funded. I don't want to say funded by him, but he's kind of spearheading it. It's called TerraPower, and what they're going to do, they're going to build 7 nuclear reactors in the U.S. So once, I mean, you can invest money in it, but they want big donors, you know. So they're expecting, from last I heard, they're expecting an IPO next year or the year after that. You know, that would be the time to get in.
Hey, have you heard about this new wind energy or something that's gonna kick off in Midland, Odessa?
No, I don't know.
They've been having that.
No, it's.
Oh,
I
are
don't-
you
I
talking
can't
about?
get
Hold on.
into
Are you talking about? Oxy has a plant that they're building out there. They're pulling carbon out of the air over there. It's like
There you go.
carbon
That's
extract,
the
Okay.
thing.
like carbon fiber. You know how they pull it directly out of the air?
Oh, carbon. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna build a big plant.
They have they're hiring like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested. I'm like, do I want to move over there?
They're
I
pulling
might
the-
want to move over there
Yeah.
because they're paying big too. Because they just want people that are willing to fucking do this type of work. But is it dangerous? I don't know.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they're pulling the carbon for what? Graphene?
I don't know what they're
I
pulling
didn't
it for.
educate myself on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're
Hearing
pulling
it
it
on the
for,
web
but
there.
they're pulling it. It's a I forgot what they call it. It's like a
It's carbon extraction.
direct something. Yeah, direct something.
Yeah.
It's carbon extraction, yes.
Yeah.
But it's like a whole entire gigantic.
Yeah. 'Cause
I think it's in
It's a
Goldsmith.
new-
It's in
yeah,
Goldsmith.
Goldsmith.
Because China's doing it.
Oh.
China's getting these big old fucking buildings right in the middle of their city, and what they're doing, they're pulling carbon out of the air. But what they're turning it into, they're making graphene, and graphene's going to be used for chips.
The
and stuff
graphene's
like
good for fishing poles.
that. That's graphite.
Is it graphite?
That's graphite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, graphene's lightweight. It's extremely lightweight, extremely strong. You know, once they compress it and do all that shit, it's stronger than steel. But it's, I mean, literally, like
Air?
from the air. Yeah, but it takes a lot.
Carbon is extracted from, like, even carbon fiber. Have you ever seen how they do that shit? They pull it from the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's crazy.
What they were talking is like something, let's say like a 5-pound weight, right? A 5-pound weight, once it's made out of carbon, it'll look exactly like the 5-pound weight, but it's gonna weigh less than half a pound.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
strong
it's
is stronger than steel.
Stronger than the steel that you're weighing.
That the 5-pound weighs it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole but it takes so much.
But
Like that's gonna be the future.
I was thinking to go ahead and I want to clean up my resume, but I was thinking to go ahead and step into that. But I want to educate myself.
Yeah,
on it
yeah.
and look into it.
I don't know if I've seen it, man, and I've thought about applying for it too because it's like that's interesting as fuck. But I don't know enough about it. But it's one of those things. It's like that's moving forward.
Yeah,
that's moving forward, and that's Oxy. Oxy's not putting their money in shit unless they know they're gonna get.
Unless you're getting tax incentives.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, yeah.
Man, but we're talking Oxy, bro. Like Oxy.
Oh, dude.
I've seen them throw money away.
Yeah,
like,
because it's all the tax
motherfuckers just throw money away.
Yeah, it's just a tax incentive. Because that, I mean, you're right. Why would they do it if they're not getting it? Because it's not their money.
Yeah,
they're pulling money. The government's giving them money.
When we were in Denver City, man, they had this program. I'm sure they're still doing it now. Maybe, I don't know. At that time, they were doing this. They were pumping CO2 into the ground to stimulate the oil, stimulate the pressure of the zones to push the oil up.
They're like water flooding the zone, but with CO2.
With CO2, right? So we would drill 10 wells in a circle, and then the 11th well would go right in the middle, and that was your injection, right? Then it would run this fucking pipeline all the way. They had this gigantic plant. Did you ever see that that plant? That's where they created their CO2.
Yeah,
this huge fucking plant. They had a fucking flame. It wasn't like a fucking like our H2S flames.
Yeah,
this motherfucker burned blue.
Yes,
and it was like a jet engine, and you could hear that motherfucker. Yeah. I mean, it would be this
torching.
So burning methane, butane, shit like that.
I don't know what they were burning, but that was their CO2 plant.
Yeah, and Orla out there at Conoco had a big old fucking CO2 injection field.
That motherfucker.
That's what they were doing.
It sounded like a jet engine.
Yeah.
I mean, that bitch was like constant. Like it never stopped. It was always just a fucking blue flame.
Torch.
Yes. And when they would hit those fields with that shit, bro, they would come back with oil out the ass. Like I don't know what their production was. Of course, they'll tell you whatever they tell you, but I'm sure it was way more.
Yeah. Well, you can go to Railroad Commission and find that out. Because they have to report it every month.
Yeah, so do we. But it's not really.
What do you mean? It's close.
It's close, but it's not exactly. Yeah.
Well, when you're dealing with like companies like that, it's all public. They're publicly traded companies. Everything's out. Everything's out of the bag. So you got to know how much money, what's it called? Because you're dealing with other people's money.
Yeah.
So
when you got investors involved.
Yeah, you got. Debt stockholders and all that shit.
There's a meter on everything.
Oh yeah, there's a meter on everything because they have to. Everything's public. Everything has to be public. So that's what they tell these companies. Like I was watching this show called We Crashed, and they were talking about WeWorks. Well, they wanted to go public, and I see. For the longest time, I didn't know exactly how that works. But before you IPO, you're literally you open your books to everybody. Stanley Morgan, they want to know the nitty gritty.
Oh yeah,
like nothing. There's nothing hidden.
Who's the CEO and what does he do and what does his family do?
Exactly.
Where they're gonna, if they fuck up, what are they going to cause us problems?
Yes.
You're
right. We're fixing to dump a lot of money.
If they have a podcast. That podcast might fuck our shit up.
Exactly. Like you couldn't do anything. You're under the fucking scope of everybody that's looking at your shit. So yes, they know. They know exactly. So, but then again, they literally got billions of dollars. Where they could just pick up the phone and be like, hey, we need X amount of money. Because they're not using their own money. Yeah. If anything, they borrow against their stock. So,
that's the way it usually is, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's all borrowed money.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like, there's people that's their job is to borrow money.
Well, yeah, that's Elon Musk. He's not going to cash out stock to pay his shit back.
Who gave the money to Uvalde to rebuild the school? Was it Elon Musk?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
I kind of thought
I
was
saw
him.
that. And I didn't read the article. But yeah, like I said, they're not going to go out and fucking cash their stock in to borrow money. They borrow against their own stock, against their own company.
In Sonora, they were having this deal where they wanted to get rid of the school cops. Mm-hmm. And of course, people were against it and for it and this and that. And I was telling my girlfriend about it. I was like, well, why the fuck, why do we need the cops? And we need cops that are gonna do something. If they ain't gonna do nothing, like in fucking
in El Dorado
or
Uvalde,
yeah, they ain't gonna do shit. Why even have them? Why you just spending money on them for nothing?
Yeah.
And I go, anyways, the faculty there, they're allowed to carry guns, and most of them do.
Yeah.
So, that was just now that you mentioned that,
it's like
that's something we're talking about.
Yeah, they paid all that money for those cops to be there, but they didn't do shit. So what was the point?
Yeah. The parents did more than the fucking
Yeah,
cops.
it was when actually the cops held everybody back.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all need to be up in there. And it finally came out that they were just too scared to go up in there. It wasn't because they were giving orders or nothing. Like, damn, then you're the wrong people to be here.
Yeah. But at the end of the day,
And you shouldn't be holding people back. Like,
no, you definitely should have held people
you
back.
shouldn't be holding anybody back.
You know.
People are going in there to save their fucking kids.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Like that part there where it was like, oh, the parents went in there, did more. I mean, I would do it. That's my kids in there. But you want me to take a bullet for someone else? And I'm like, ugh, that's a hard one. Because, I mean, yes, you are paid to do that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're still.
I got a family.
Okay.
Exactly.
But you're trained.
got
Totally
that,
understandable.
You got a
You're
family
not
at home.
trained for
Totally
that.
understandable. He should have stood down. He should have
Yes.
stood down, and if the parents were willing to go in there and do it,
I totally agree with that. As a matter of fact, some of them parents shouldn't have stopped. Because
Yeah.
there's no way you could have stopped me.
Oh, I don't know.
There's no
they would
fucking
have,
way.
yeah, they would have had to kill me.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the first thought. You know, her son, if something was to happen, if I'm around, I'm going to go in there.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not even going to try to be the hero, but I'm going to try to stop this dude or get him out.
I'll die while killing him.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm going to get him out. Even, you know, we're not no close relationship or nothing, but we do have some kind of relationship, but that would be my main priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get his ass out of there.
Yeah.
And of course, there's some people out there, but then again, those kind of people aren't going to go in and do that same job for the salary.
You know, the thing about it
You're
is,
just not.
you signed up to be a cop.
Yes.
You know the
You
job.
signed up for that, yeah.
You signed
Yeah.
up for that.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. But
That's
at the end of the
another
day,
aspect of it.
you're human. You're human. There's going to be the human fault of, like, I'm going to take this cake-ass job and I get to play this God complex. Because, I mean, let's be honest, the people who take those jobs have they have a God complex.
Most of them have been abused.
Yes. Like, you go in there. So you going into, not only to do the job, but to be assertive to other people. Because that's what you want.
You know, growing up, I got in a lot of fights because I would fight the bullies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess the bully of the bullies, but man, I hated somebody picking on somebody that couldn't defend themselves.
Yes.
And I got in a lot of fights for that. But
Yeah.
I'm guessing those are the cops.
Yes.
I think the cops, the cops were the ones that were getting picked
Bullied,
on.
Yeah.
They were getting picked on,
Yeah.
So now they try to turn the tables. They're like, oh, well, now I'm in charge.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. It's like, no, you shouldn't be a cop. Like, the ones that should be the cops are the ones that actually understand both sides of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But those type of people will not be cops.
No.
They won't. They just won't be.
Yeah, because we know
That's
better.
right.
Like, fuck that.
Exactly.
Exactly that. We know
You know
better.
what I mean? Yeah.
The ones that want to be cops are the ones that are like, oh, we got bullied. I want to get back at everybody.
Yeah. Like I said, they're not all like that, but you know.
There's a big, huge majority.
Exactly. But you know, we're expecting that. We're expecting the hero from somebody who's not.
What do you think about bringing in the new police chief? I've thought about this a few times.
How about it? You're like, no, fuck
I
that.
know. I said fuck that because I'm like, man, fuck that because
Where's he from?
he's from here. I have a scattered history with law enforcement,
Uh-huh.
but at the same time, I mean, that's history.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I just said, it's history. I don't really.
I don't know if he'd
I
come
really
on because
mind.
it's kind of a PR thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand people look at it as like, oh, these guys talk about
Yeah, we talk about whatever.
way too
aliens and
much.
shit.
You know, they're crazy.
Conspiracy theories.
Those guys are crazy. But you know that's our thing. We talk about everything.
We could probably get the ex chief of police.
Oh, Carter.
Yeah, Frank
I
Carter.
like Carter. I actually thought Carter
You know?
was all right.
And it just asked that, you know, just like, hey, look, you know, because I mean, everybody who like gets mad at the cops, right? And at some point, yes, you are justified to get mad at the cops because maybe they didn't do enough or whatever. But circumstances like
You're gonna get mad either way.
Yeah, you're gonna get mad either way.
You're gonna get mad because they're doing their job. You're gonna get mad because they're not doing their job.
Yes, and like no one understands the other side. You know what I mean? Where it's like there's a reason why I didn't do it, or there's a reason whatever. And sometimes it's bullshit, but sometimes it's fuck it. It's legit. All right, this is why you didn't go in, or this is why. Because I mean, let's say he takes his call. Yes, they take the job to do the job, right?
Mhm.
But at the same point, those guys are listening to somebody. These guys, like the head dick at the very top, right? Is like, I'm gonna send you in, and if you get killed, that's on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or what if we're going in there? What if we could have waited just a little? Because there's a lot of factors. There's a fuckload of factors. You walk into a room, you know, you don't know if the fucking guys at the end of the hallway ain't gonna mow all the cops you send in.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't know. So I'm not saying, like I said, you're right. They shouldn't stop the fucking parents. Well, actually, I can't. It blows my mind that the parents were even stopped. I'm like, fuck no. You couldn't stop me. You could not stop me from going to get my kid. Fuck no. You know, other
But
people.
that's just part of the deal where government takes control of your kids.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
See, that's the sad part, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You're trusting the government shit.
And that's why the kids are the way they are now. I believe it's because of government. And you know, I experienced it. I would have never let my girls get on a fucking birth control pad, whatever I don't even know what they're called, but the government was all for it. You know, when it came down to it. You know, and my deal is that if you're old enough that, you know, you're having sex, you think you're old enough to be a fucking parent, go for it. And you can ask one of my daughters. I'll help her out to put a roof over her head and help her pay a couple of bills, but to watch and help her 100%, no.
Yeah.
I won't do it 100%. And I have no respect for the government.
Yeah.
Because of shit that happened, you know, on my side.
Well, you've been, I totally understand that, yeah.
You know, I had no respect for them, and a lot of it was from people from here, you know, government from here, from San Angelo.
Yeah.
You know, and from the get-go, you know, the courts, they would get mad at me because I was like, you know, that CPS case, and the CPS officer, you know, was lying right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, he's acting, you know, like a fucking N-word. You know, and that's like the only time I use it is when I see that you're acting that way. Like the same way other
You were
people,
angry, yeah.
The same way other people see us, oh, he's Mexican, but that motherfucker's a wetback. But he's from here.
Well, see, but the shitty part about it is it's the people. Like, I mean, it's the people. The people suck. I mean, because at the end of the day, they're human beings.
But you know, I put this lady on blast.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Simone, and I put her on blast in the courts, and I went at it with her and a couple of lawyers, you know, and it was just me against them. In the end, it came down to she was involved. She was a suspect involved in child trafficking.
Oh my gosh.
In the end,
yeah.
and I was like, well, what do we do from here? You know, I talked to some lawyers about lawsuits. You know, is she trying to hold my kids this long for this to happen, or what the fuck? You know, and it's just me being involved all the time, whether I felt that they didn't care about me anymore.
Yeah.
And it was just, I just saw it as a lose-lose situation. Why? Because it's me against the government. Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I? And they're bigger than me.
Yeah. It definitely needs to be. There needs to be revisions of how they operate. You know, because at the end of the day, those people shouldn't have that much authority.
No.
You know, they should not. There's just no way. How do you presumably just take your kids away from a parent where it's like, hold on, you can't just make that call. That's too much authority to give to one person.
Okay.
You got too much power. Because there's got to be God damn it, checks and balances when handling that shit. You know. So yeah, then at the end of the day, it's fucking people with too much fucking power making stupid fucking decisions. Why? Because they can.
They can, yeah.
You know, it's too much. That's too fucking much. I don't know how you fix it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You don't, man. There's just a big mafia. I mean, because I honestly cussed out judges.
Yeah.
I cussed out lawyers. I fucking squared up. I told the lawyer to square up. And, you know, I went against the CPS. I went against sheriffs, you know, in El Dorado. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I always try to tell the truth, whether it's going to get me separated, divorced, fired. You know, I've always tried to tell the truth. I'll tell some lies, but like white lies. You know, I will lie good about you.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I cuss these people out, and the only reason I see that And I threatened some of them, and the only reason I see is that I'm not in prison or locked up or anything is because they know they're in the fault.
Yes. Yeah, and they're not going to pursue it because they keep going at it. It turns into it snowballs.
Yeah,
it really does. And that's the other shit that kind of it does make me mad because you're right. You know, at the end of the day, the mafia, when you said, they're a gang. They'll protect each other, even though when one's wrong, when they know he did wrong, they'll still protect each other. And I'm like, that's wrong. You're too big. There's too much power there. Because, I mean, we've seen it where it's like, oh, a cop did this. And he's like, now his fucking partner or one of the other buddies are covering for him. Which I'm like, people are like, there's good cops and there's bad cops, right? Okay, all right. But the good cops that do nothing, you're bad cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the same situation.
Either way.
Yeah.
You know, and that you know, it just destroyed, you know, my train of thought, my fucking heart.
Well, it destroyed your trust. Your trust in the system that you would think, fuck, this is going to fix it. But unfortunately, I mean, we've seen it over and over again. It really sways what you have between your legs.
Yeah.
Because if it was a woman that did that, and let's be honest, I mean, people are going to disagree with this. Yes, there are deadbeat dads out there, there are deadbeat moms, right? But when you sit there and you put the facts together, whether
and I've witnessed
custody,
that several times.
When it's custody between the man and the woman, they're going to favor the woman.
And this woman, you know, not agreed on. What did I say? Just came forward with this. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking slap her if she fucking comes across my face. I'm raising her by myself. Yeah. And when that happened, it was after when I heard of that that happening to that person. You know, I came across like, yeah, if my kids get out of line, yeah, I'm gonna spank them. Oh, well, why would you spank them? It was like I'm fucking beating them to death and shit.
Yeah.
But when I witnessed that this woman was coming forward like I was, it was all like, oh yeah, you know, she's a single mom.
Yeah, she's struggling.
Yeah, she's struggling. That she needs the help. But when it was with me, fuck.
Well, it was crazy because you said that because you had your kids, right? You had sole custody of your kids.
Yeah.
And when your situation happened, which I saw it just turn.
Right? Yeah, you were there.
Okay, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Why is it turning all of a sudden? You know? Then it's crazy because it took you never were able to get child support out of any of the big moms. But as soon as the tables turned, they were at your door and wanted that fucking money.
It's a double-edged.
So when it was my turn to get child support, you know, I would always hear, no, you got to push them, And until I gave up when I got told from here that, well, if you couldn't afford your kids, you shouldn't have them. And at that time, I was a driller. I was like, bitch, I'm sure I make more money than you and your husband put together, you know. And
I was like, exactly. Keep that same fucking energy when you have a woman sitting there.
Yeah.
Before I got full custody of my daughter, I mean, there was this company called, it's called 4Kids. And what it is it's a bunch of lawyers who got together. And their whole thing is to get child support.
Oh, yeah.
People, right? So they call you, they call your parent, they call my parents, they call anybody that they can connect you to. It's they do what's called skip tracing, like they connect you to anybody they can connect you. They make all these crazy phone calls, talk all this crazy shit about you, right? Crazy shit. What's funny is, I was right in the middle of getting full custody of my daughter. And I'm like, do you even know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And they're like, all we know is you owe X amount of... I was like, I don't know shit. I said, I've been taking care of my daughter. I said, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I said, I've been taking care of my daughter. It just hasn't been on paper.
That's just because they get a percentage.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And I would have daily arguments. They call me every day.
Because they get like a 300% out of what we pay.
And they were like, well, did you pay her this last month? I was like, yeah. I walked up to her house and I gave her the money. No. You need to send it to this and this and that and this and that because that way they get money out of it. And fuck you. I said, you're not about kids. I said, your company is called About Kids. I said, but you're not about kids. You're about your fucking self.
Yeah, you're about that.
I said, you're about getting money because you want me to pay you and then you want to turn around and fucking take whatever you take off the top and then give it back around. I said, fuck you. I said, I'm getting custody of my daughter. I don't give a flying fuck about you. So it was like it's a process. It was like a whole 6-month ordeal, you know what I mean, for me to go through this whole fucking thing. I had a lawyer, we had to get
it's like a
notarized shit like that, whatever. But so anyway, so finally get it done, right? It's all done, like completely legal. I get a phone call from this motherfucker looking for more money. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I'll tell you right now. This guy, what was his name? Spell Joe. That was his name. I'll never fucking forget this guy's name. And he was like, you know, you owe X amount of dollars and this and that and this and that. I was like, I don't know a fucking thing. I said, my daughter lives with me. I said, I have full fucking custody. I'm gonna tell you right fucking now. If you call me again, I will have my fucking lawyer. I don't care how much I have to pay because it's gonna turn around and you're gonna pay for it. I said, I'll pay whatever the fuck she wants up front. I said, but you're gonna pay for it in the end. I said, I will sue the living shit out of you. Keep fucking with me.
Yeah.
It's just a contract.
Well, check it out. They called 2 days later. And I was like, remember what I told you? I said, my lawyer's about to fucking call you. And he was like, no, that's it. I said, I'm going to tell you, do you have a supervisor? Well, I am the boss. I was like, so you own this fucking company? This is your company? Well, no. I said, all right, I'm going to give you two choices. You let me talk to your supervisor, or you give me the address to send my fucking lawyer, or to give my lawyer. And he gave me his supervisor. So I talked to the supervisor, never heard from him ever again.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, but these companies pop up because they know they're like fucking collection agencies.
That's what they are.
Yeah, they just want, because I think the last time we talked about it, I think I exaggerated the number, but still, it's a percentage of every dollar they get.
Like $12.
Yeah.
Because
how many people are in child support in the state of Texas?
Exactly. Because I didn't understand that, and it was me being curious. We kind of brought this up with a buddy, and of course I'm probably just repeating this shit over and over again. But when he told me, I was like, how much are you paying on child support? He's like, well, this much. And I'm like, okay, well, how much is your baby mama getting? Well, she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you're paying this much. How much is she getting? She's like, well, she's getting this much. She's getting all of it. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Why would they be doing what they're doing?
Yeah, what's the incentive
They're
here?
gonna work for free.
Exactly. He's like, I don't understand what you're saying. I was like, there's lights, there's a whole thing. He's like, do you send it to her? He's like, no, I gotta send it here, and from there they send it to her.
Yeah.
I was like, so there's a middleman, so there's lights on, there's employees. How is this working out? And he's like, I still don't understand what you're trying to say. I was like, no one's doing this out of the kindness of their heart.
Hell no.
So
it's a business.
Then I come to find out that the federal government helps subsidize these companies. For every dollar they collect from fucking child support goes to them.
Fuck yeah.
That's ridiculous. So it's not even for the kid no more.
Yeah.
It's a business.
That's what I told you.
That's what they stopped
the name of your
taking.
company is called 4 Kids.
Yeah.
You're full of fucking shit. You're for
us.
yourself. You're for yourself.
They stopped taking me to court when I told the judge himself. I was like, man, I understand this is just a big contract for y'all for my child support. I go, I don't mind paying child support. I don't.
Yeah.
I go, I want my kids to be taken care of, whatever, light bill being paid or whatever it's going to go for. I go, the deal is that I don't like it that it's got to go through here. I go, I will send it on the side. I have been. You can ask her. And so that I have proof that I've been sending money on the side. I don't like it that it's got to go through y'all.
Yeah.
And why? Because I did look into it. I know that they were getting funded out of it.
Yeah.
They were making money off of it. And fuck the government.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a way for them to get fucking money off of your kids. That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
They just want to get paid.
Yep.
There's so much. That just goes to tell you, there's so much fucking money out there that we're being
we're in debt.
fucking taxed to death.
Mm-hmm.
We're in debt.
Now they want to raise our taxes.
We are a debt society.
Yeah,
That's what we are.
That's what I'm saying, man. Is it at the end of the day?
That's the American dream.
It's the American dream.
Yeah.
You got to be asleep to fucking live it. But I don't see how. I just see a whole societal shit. I don't want to say collapse because I don't think we'll ever get to a collapse. But we'll get to a point where it's just we're going to have to be dependent on someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be the government, but at the same time, it's not. We're gonna be stuff's gonna have to be rationed because there's no fucking way we can keep going the way we're going. I mean, we don't. Our inflation's going up. Our money isn't worth the fuck, So
Hell no.
at the end of it, and I think that's why the CBBC, the digital bank, the currency.
That's what they want.
Yeah,
it's more control.
Exactly. They want that because at the end of the day, they want you dependent on. You're gonna do what we tell you.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut your funding.
It's going the China model. The way the China model is set up, it's Oh, you said this? Oh, you have a podcast that says what? Oh, well.
That's why these big fucking companies, they're allowing them to come in and literally buy neighborhoods. In tournaments.
That's why your data is worth so much.
Exactly.
The more they know about you, the better for them.
Yeah.
It's all, that's why data, like, everybody, like, who would have thought personal information and data would be worth so much? Well, there's a reason. Oh, there's a reason.
Exactly.
Oh, there's
Explain to me the business model, right?
We don't
BlackRock. When they come in and they're literally buying houses $30,000 to $40,000 over asking. I'm sorry, that's a shitty business model. If I was to go buy shit because I want to resell it, okay, the only way that's going to work is that if I own all the product.
Yeah. My land at my house. So we're looking at taxes, right? So the taxes on my land went from $12,000 was the value of my land to $47,000.
God damn, that's a big jump.
Overnight. For what? It's not like I have a fucking badass. I don't have the river in my backyard. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? The Concho River right there. Come on, calm the fuck down. You
but
know?
It's funny how they only went after the land value.
Yes.
I'm gonna get stuck.
And you can't change that. I can argue down my house value and anything else on my house. They won't touch the land
They're
value.
trying to price us out.
Have you seen that you can buy someone's land and make money off of it?
Yes.
Digital?
You can go, yeah.
I was like, I was freaked out on that.
You can buy it out from under people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy people's land out from under them.
And make money off of it.
Taxes.
Oh, okay, yeah, pay their taxes. Yeah.
You can buy it right out from under them.
Yeah.
No. You make money off their land. Like, say I go and purchase digitally. Well, I don't know if I said that right, but buy your fucking land and I'll make money off of your land while you're paying your taxes. I'm making money off of it.
I didn't see that. So how is that possible?
I haven't educated myself.
Your taxes?
I haven't educated myself on it, but I did come across it.
I have seen it to where if I'm behind on my taxes, you could come in and buy it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. This is like, say this place right here. If you go online or this digital program, whatever, you can go online and purchase land here, and your landlord will have to pay you fucking money for it.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Look into that.
I need to educate. I just seen it a couple
Go
days
around
ago.
town buying people shit. No.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's
I don't
online.
know. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Now there's another. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a couple of real estate agents that are doing it here. That'll basically. I'm gonna probably butcher the shit out of this, but like, say they're selling their house, right, or they're behind on their mortgage, or they're behind whatever. What they'll do is that you'll sign your shit over to them. They'll pay your rent. They'll pay whatever. But once they find somebody to buy that contract, or buy your land, or buy your house, they sell it to them, and then they keep the extra.
I haven't seen that.
You know, I can't remember what it's called, but there's so many people that are doing it in town. Because basically what it is that they're going and looking to see how much you owe. Oh, are you behind? Are you trying to get out of your shit? Well, we'll give you... Amy can better explain this, because she explained it to me, and I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. How does that work, though? She's like, okay, well, what if they don't pay, though? What if they default? Or what if they don't pay on it, you know? And
So what happens with that? Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, so they get to keep the house? Because I'm like, you're signing the house over. It's basically, you're signing over the note. So what if they don't pay it? She's like, and then she explained it to me after I sat down, because I know I'm butchering the shit out of it. I was like, oh, they're fucking people.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you have to swindle me, if you're giving me this great deal, it's because you're benefiting off of it. Well, the only way to do that is to fuck me.
You ever see these companies around town that they put like their little posters up in front of people's yards?
We buy houses.
We buy houses.
Oh, yeah.
I'll buy your house with cash right now. Like, what? Why? What benefit is it of you? Is it because they're fucking you? That's what the benefit is.
Yeah, they come in absolutely low, because like the ones that they're leaving out, you know, they know that you don't own anything on your house.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is that they're fucking the people that
have to sell.
That have to sell. Exactly. So it's like, oh, we're going to do you a favor and get you out of your house. And I'm like, okay, why don't you just pay asking price? Well, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
No.
You know, let us help you get out early.
You're asking 50. We're gonna give you 20.
Exactly.
You haven't sold it in this long, and
yeah,
it's gonna be another while that you sell it. So then you're gonna need the money or whatever. So you're gonna sell it.
What do you know about trust?
I don't know much. I don't know much about trust.
I want to talk to somebody, and I would actually like to get somebody on here to figure out. I'm interested. I have a lot of questions I want to know about trust. So what if I just put all my property into a trust?
Don't trust nobody.
How does that work, though?
And a revocable trust, something like that.
Something to where you can't.
Or a
just,
living trust.
Yeah, something where you just can't come in and fuck with me like that, and I don't have to pay taxes on it. And if I want to leave something to somebody, I mean, you could always have to pay property taxes.
Cemetery, bro. Cemetery.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kill somebody.
No, you're right. No,
Maybe
if that's a way around it, I will absolutely do it.
Yeah, but it's gotta be a forever home because I'm sorry, no one's gonna buy that bitch.
I understand,
Yeah.
but it's like me. Like if I was to die, I even told my son about it. I would want him. I don't care if it's just ashes. Just have me like say
There
this
you
is
go.
my plot here.
Just put
I'm buried here.
Put a plot.
Because
Doesn't have to be your
he
full
won't have to
body.
pay taxes on it no more.
Yeah.
Just put my urn out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
just to get him out of that. Because he's the only one that right now that's that's buying a house or
Yep.
shit like that. Is gonna have taxes, gonna have a mortgage, and me being there is gonna fucking. That's the least I can do for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Just cancel all
I would
that.
like to get somebody in here and talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways to do it. There's ways around all of it, but you're right. It's just having a.
Are we gonna read on it?
Well, no, I mean, say because there's people that have put out there like a living trust and a revocable trust, but then there's some lawyers that can get around it.
There's always that.
there's always a
that
loophole.
shit. Yeah.
There's always somehow, some way you're just like, God damn it, this motherfucker, this snake son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Always, because there's some out there.
Or
Yeah.
they just fucking confuse you, and you're like, oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And, they just.
Yeah, they
So
talk.
they come up with the legal jargon.
They're the ones that talk you into doing this deal. Like, hey, this is the way to go for what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yet they know that there's this other way around that,
Yeah.
and they leave you open for
I
it.
know, and it seems gross because I've been around people who got divorced, and they're like, oh, my lawyer is this, my lawyer is that, and I'm like, then you come to find out that they're each other's lawyers are literally just trying to get everything done. Let's drag this out as long as we can because they got money, they can afford to pay.
Yeah.
And then they got assets that we can kind of pull from. Hey, you need to get this money from somewhere.
Well, you'd have to get a lawyer from a different city.
But see, even then, because at the end of the day, they're
always looking to get paid.
yes, they're going to settle your case, but they're going to try to get as much money before they check out.
Because like picking lawyers, kind of like picking a tattoo artist. Like my cousin, he's great with fucking cholo work, and he don't do letters. You're not gonna go with him to do your family letters.
Yeah.
Abraham can do portraits. I can do letters. You're not gonna come to me to do portraits. Same thing with a lawyer. Hey, I need this fixed. But I guess they're all tied into each other. I don't know.
Yeah,
The
because
lawyers-
it's like you're
They specialize.
yeah, they're like the tattoo artists. They're like, we'll do it, but I'm like, hey, you're gonna need lettering, and we'll take care of that. I'm gonna whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this other guy to come in here and do it. I'm gonna pay him shit, but you're still paying me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. It's like, well, I really think it'd be in your best interest to get this colored in.
Yeah.
It's like, because it's just the fucking jargon. When literally at the end of the day, you want to solve a divorce real quick. Hey, do you want 50-50?
Yeah.
Or how do you want to figure this out? Because it should be figured out. I mean,
You know what's funny is when I was in prison, people could get divorced easily.
Oh yeah.
Easily. It was no problem. Like, it was
Yeah, because you got the state involved.
done and done. Done and done. But out here in the real world,
Oh yeah.
it's this whole fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Awesome.
Because the state's like, we're not tracking this out.